Hello.
Only 4 minutes late, new record. I know, it's shocking. I know. Shocking. Really shocking. Yes, we kind of had something else planned for today, and then I got confused. So we're doing this now.
All that hard work I did behind the scenes to get things ready for it. Okay.
Did you really? Am I actually gonna have to start feeling bad, Josh? You asshole. Are you actually gonna make me start feeling bad?
Maybe. I don't know.
Did you
I
actually
can't.
do it?
I don't control your feelings.
You fucker. Okay. Alright. Well.
I mean, and the source that I was going to have for Troll 2 suddenly no longer has it. So, oh well.
Arvin is rubbing off on me? Oh dear God.
That's
Oh
a scary
no.
thought.
That is terrifying. I don't want to smell like sausages and Twinkies.
And have owls stealing your forks.
Yeah. I have lost a few forks, but you can blame Loki for that. So,
Okay.
all of a sudden, I was missing forks, and I was just like, oh dear, it's spreading.
I've caught forkitis.
Oh no, where did they go? I found most of them. It's fine. Oh shit. Well, hello everyone. Oh my god, I haven't clicked my notification little bell thing in forever. It says I have over 1,200 notifications for YouTube. Dear God. Oh my god.
Wow.
That is terrifying. Oh dear. Okay. But yeah, we're discussing because we're like everyone else. Occasionally, we like a hot topic. Yes, thank you. I'm just gonna keep that up for a minute.
Yay.
Yeah, we're talking about the Amber Heard thingy. Yay! I'm very happy that Johnny Depp got all his stoof. Although I have to admit, from what I heard on the as funny as I found the comments, I don't disagree with the jury on the Amber Heard side. It's very hard to prove those comments that his lawyer made. Did you hear the whole verdict?
Yes.
Josh?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
it's very hard to prove that. It was just like, man, that was kind of stupid. Let's be honest with ourselves. That was kind of stupid.
I do disagree with holding someone's lawyer as your agent because they did prove
Yes.
he wasn't employed by Johnny Depp. He's just he's not his representative. He's just his lawyer.
Yes,
and there is and a lawyer is allowed to say what they want on things.
That is true. Unfortunately, though, I agree as far as like that was stupid. I don't think Johnny should have been punished for it. I do agree that like everyone else, like that was a dumb thing to say. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You're better than that. You can't always blame Loki all the time. You stand with Loki. What the fuck is this? Do we have a Loki simp in the chat? What the fuck is this?
Mark!
A Loki
how
simp.
How could you?
Mark. You were the chosen one, Mark. What is this?
Mark the infinitely simping.
Infinitely simping. Oh my god.
Is he tired while he simps? That's my question now.
He's infinitely simping, and he's tired because he's infinitely simping. No,
there we go. We have figured it out.
Because he can't be tired of simping because he's still doing it. So, I can't blame Loki I will blame Loki all the time. Okay, I will. I'll do it, and he'll do it too. So that's fine. You're on time. Yay! Chris is on time. He's following his captain as far as trying their hardest to not be late.
Well, I mean, in fairness, if he was banking on the fact that you'd be about 10 minutes late like normal, he's actually early.
Yeah, that is fair. In Eris time, you're actually early. Yeah, you're actually early, Chris. Yeah, you are. In Eris time, I'm early. So we're all early. Guys, we're early today. You You can feel very.
I mean, I got the link to be on this show like 15 minutes before it was scheduled to go live, which is unheard of from you.
I know. Yeah, I even
It's
was
like
late.
you were. It's like you were on top of things today.
I wouldn't go that far. I made this stream like an hour and a half ago. I wouldn't go that far.
I wasn't gonna mention that detail because I kept looking for it. I'm like, we are doing a show, aren't we?
Yes. I was gonna do it last night. I got caught up watching TNG. Okay. You know.
What's the last episode you saw?
We went to bed. Well, so I watched stuff with Loki. His favorite episodes, and then I watch the ones he doesn't want to watch on my own because I've watched a lot of this series. I've watched through season 5, through like at least a chunk of season 6. I don't know how much further I got, but I've watched all this before, but I don't remember any of it.
So you've watched almost the entire series in 2 weeks?
Yes, but I've also watched the show before.
Okay.
Basically, while I'm working, I put it on.
Okay.
So that's how I'm doing it, is while I'm working, I have it on. Usually I have like some kind of background noise. But this I've been actually like watching it while I'm working. It makes working slower. You know, I get it done, so it's fine. I've watched all this before. I don't remember most of it. I remember some of the big episodes. Like I obviously remember when Spock came back.
Okay.
Obviously. I don't think anyone's shocked by that.
With Picard, with Romulan, Picard, and Data. Yeah.
Yes. I remember when Scotty came back. So,
Relics, I love that episode.
Yes. That's actually the one we went to bed watching.
Nice.
But I watched, what did I watch through? I know them by disc. So, like the disc number I'm watching, because I put the disc out for what I'm watching. Season 6 TNG. I'm trying to remember, because that was the one we watched last, but that technically isn't as far as I've gotten. The last thing I watched before that was The Quality of Life.
Oh,
no, the Face of the Enemy. But I haven't watched Chain of Command Part 1 and 2 or Ship in a Bottle. So that's what I'm at, if that makes sense.
Chain of Command is amazing.
Yes, that's one of those that he's
it's probably
refusing. Yeah.
It might be the single greatest guest performance Star Trek has ever had.
Yeah. But he said I can't watch. There's certain I go through. So I start a new season and I'm like, okay, what can I watch? I know anything with Q. No. Anything generally that involves a Klingon-centric episode is a no. And then anything that has a part 1 and part 2 is a no. I can't watch that by myself. Chain of Command Part 1 and 2 and Ship in a Bottle are the 3 that are left on, I think, disc 4 that I have to watch, and then I haven't gone past that. So, yes. Or maybe it's disc 3. I can't remember. I think it's disc 4 though.
I mean, I remember Chain of Command really well. Which one's Ship in the Bottle? Is that the?
It's a Sherlock Holmes episode.
Okay.
Yes. He loves Sherlock Holmes. Data Sherlock Holmes. So, and then Dixon Hill. All those episodes. A lot of the holodeck mystery episodes he loves. So there are 4 lights. The gaslighting episode. I remember that vaguely. Barkley. I have mixed feelings about Barkley. I feel like that's a normal opinion to have, though.
I heard it described as Barkley is basically like a less annoying Wesley Crusher. I
don't really find Wesley that annoying, though. I did the first time around when I was watching this, so it's interesting that the second time I don't find him as annoying.
I mean, they toned him down as the show went on, because like
at the beginning he was, yes.
The first season, Wesley Crusher, you just want to punch in the face.
Well, it's not just that, but
And
he
that might be the
ruined
fact that it's Will
Beverly
Wheaton, and
Crusher.
Will Wheaton is someone you want to punch in the face.
That is true. It is hard to like shake the fact that I know what he turns into.
Yeah.
And I did watch I have watched a lot of Big Bang Theory. Don't fucking cancel me. I was a lot more normie before I started living out on my own.
I mean, the fact that
and
Wesley
that show
Crusher is now cooler than Will Wheaton is sad.
Oh, yeah, no, objectively. Like, you see what Will Wheaton turned into, and you're like, you were like the cutest kid ever. You should have grown up to be like a fucking heartbreaker. Why do you look like soy in human form? I don't understand. Yeah. How are these two people related? How are they the same person?
Oh my goodness, you made Chris Perza pass out.
And okay, well, if we're specifically talking about season 1, yes, Wesley is very annoying season 1. And I'll even take it out a step further. Because Wesley was so annoying, anytime that he and Beverly Crusher were interacting, it brought down her character too.
Yes.
So when Politsky takes over
in
season best 2, she was a welcome change, in my opinion, because Beverly Crusher sucks when when Wesley Crusher is terrible.
Well, there's another reason why Gace McFadden left the show. She was being sexually harassed by one of the producers.
Oh, well, that's all. Well,
then when they fired him, they brought her back.
Yeah. I kind of wish there was. I did like Polinsky, whatever her name is.
Pulaski. I can't stand her.
Pulaski. She's a female Bones without his charisma, as much charisma. And that kind of sucks. Like, if they would have gotten her to be more charismatic somehow, I think people would have been a lot fun. But yeah, I also adore Bones. So it's... And she was really rough around the edges in the first half, but I think in the second half of season 2, she's fine.
Well, I mean, they did her absolutely no favors by giving her an antagonistic relationship with Data at the beginning. Like in her first episode, like have I bruised your ego? No, you missaid his name and he corrected you, and now you won't shut up about it. That's called being a bitch.
Yes. Someone agrees with me on Politsky. Yeah, but I also love Bones. So Bones is like seeing what and they were obviously trying to do a Bones. They didn't know what they were doing the first 2 seasons. Let's all be honest with each other. Okay, the first 2 seasons of TNG was like awkward puberty.
I would say the first season was a lot of, and in some cases, literally using unused scripts from the original series, but they didn't update the storytelling because the storytelling felt out of date by that point. Mm-hmm. Then about halfway through season 2 is when they kind of started to figure things out, and then season 3 is when they really hit their stride. It's like, okay, we got this now.
When the Borg gets introduced, I think that from that point forward, TNG has a new life breathed into it. So I mean, I like God, but there have been some really shitty episodes that there's only one I've really kind of skipped over. It was Gray Space. That was the end of season 1. That was literally a clip show in Riker's brain. I didn't need to.
Oh no, Shades of Grey.
Shades of Grey, whatever it was called.
That was the season finale of season 2.
Whatever it was called, I don't even remember. Yeah, I thought it was in season 1. Yeah, you're right. It was season 2. Terrible.
That could have been the final episode of the series, a clip show, because they were that low on budget.
Yeah, I would have
only like 3 or 4 actors, 1 set, because that's all they literally could afford.
Literally,
that's how mismanaged it was.
Episodes. They should have swapped the 2 episodes. Conspiracy, way better as a season finale, in my opinion. And I'm really disappointed they didn't do anything with the little sneaky snakes.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't gotten to the Ghosts and Crusher yet, then. I'm in the middle of season 6.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen some fucking stinkers. Okay.
Season 7 is like...
What was it?
I'm not going to go into spoilers, but it seems like everyone has a long-lost relative that appears out of nowhere. Like, oh! You had a brother. that would have been nice to know before now.
Fun.
Like, oh, you're suddenly mentioning your mom. You're suddenly mentioning a long lost son. Like, where's all this
they were
coming?
Gonna get like 4 more seasons where they were gonna explore it and then didn't. It's cringeworthy, dude.
It was season 7. They ran out of ideas. It's like, we've told the stories we can with these characters, and the vast majority of the creative staff that made TNG what it was had moved on to DS9 or was starting up Voyager. So like they were busy. So like the creative forces were elsewhere.
Yeah, DS9, Lucky has told me you're not allowed to watch ahead. You have to watch with me. I've never seen a single episode of DS9. I have been told by many that it is peak Star Trek. I am excited to hear about that. I know a couple things. Like I know Worf at some point shows up. I'm aware.
Not for a while, but he basically their ratings were struggling, so they're like, "Hey, Michael Dorn, you're looking for a job?
You busy? You busy?"
I was actually at a convention and he was asked about that because it was in their contracts that if TNG went to an 8th season, the cast got a sizable bonus to their contracts.
Yeah.
But it ended after 7 seasons. So when they asked him back to go on DS9, he's like, "So that bonus that I was promised for TNG, do I get that?" And they're like, "Well, no, because this is
a different show.
This is season 4 of Deep Space Nine." Like, yeah, but it's my 8th season of Star Trek.
That's not. Yeah, he has a point. Can't argue with that necessarily. How bad do you want me on the show, guys? I can't argue with that.
But no, he was a good. Worf was definitely a welcome addition to the DS9 cast.
Yeah. I know very, very little.
I will keep things quiet. I won't go into too much detail.
No spoilers for me. I know pretty much nothing, except it's like a space station. And I was always confused. I was like, well, like a lot of the appeal of Star Trek is the exploration aspect.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you do that if you're just a space station?
Well, I always looked at it as, okay, so Star Trek has always been called space, the final frontier. It's the last area they're exploring. Mm-hmm. Well, this is like a frontier town in the Wild West.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. All right, that's fair.
That's how I've always looked at it.
So we had basically a gold rush, a silver rush, and now we're exploring a town that has been created by that. Okay, all right, I can roll with that. Old Western outfit.
Mark is right there with me. Yep.
Well, that explains why Loki likes it so much, because I have never met somebody who likes Westerns so much. So.
You're in Texas. How do you not know people who like Westerns?
I don't know. I think maybe my dad does. I don't know. I don't watch Westerns. I really don't. I've never really watched into that genre. I'm sure that will change. But I just really haven't. I was more of an action person.
Okay. But yeah, DS9's a fantastic show, and I can't wait to start hearing your thoughts on it.
Yes, I will definitely be talking about that at some point. I don't know. Eventually, I might try to watch Voyager again. I can't get past the coffee thing. The coffee was that broke me. I couldn't.
Voyager is frustrating.
I know there's some good shit that comes to Voyager. And I've watched Battlestar Galactica.
There are great episodes. There are great episodes of Voyager. There are. It's just frustrating because by this point, during the Berman era of Star Trek, we had TNG, DS9, Voyager, and Enterprise. Voyager was the 3rd show, so you guys should know what you're doing by now. You know what works. You know what doesn't now. Because you've learned it with these other 2 shows, and yet they still went through the learning processes that they should have figured out by that point. And the single most frustrating thing about Voyager is they don't stick to the premise. Everything's all hunky-dory for most of the time. It's like, but you're a ship that's completely isolated. That's where your drama is.
I've watched Battlestar Galactica. Like, I've seen what they wanted what the showrunner of Battlestar Galactica wanted Voyager to be.
Yes,
see its inspiration.
Because Ronald D. Moore worked on Battlestar Galactica, and he said his version of Battlestar Galactica was what he wanted, was what he would have done if he had Voyager.
Yeah, like the Cylons
but he was working on DS9, so he wasn't working on that show.
It's like Battlestar Galactica, it's like obviously the Battlestar Galactica is Voyager. Obviously, like the Cylons are kind of more so like the Borg, right? And some other species, right? It's like there's but I can't get past that coffee episode. Mentally, it's a block. It's like you fucking sent your whole ass crew into a nebula because you couldn't get coffee. And you wanted coffee.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, fuck you. Like, I don't have you should be relieved of your command and put in your quarters. Maybe assign a therapist.
Or the simple fact that they don't use the array in the first episode to go back home. She dooms her entire crew to be out in the Delta Quadrant. Yeah. When all you needed was really one person to stay behind to make sure, like, if you're that concerned about destroying the station, send your ship back, leave, and then you stay behind to destroy the station.
Yeah, as the captain, you have that.
That way your crew is back home.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, I can't with that the coffee thing. Just the second they're like, oh, it's part of that. Oh, coffee is made of that, and oh, that nebula has all that. Let's go inside of it. It's like, in no fucking Star Trek episode ever has going inside a nebula ended in a happy way. We always, every single time, you get trapped because there's something inside the nebula you couldn't see, or your scanners couldn't pick up because they couldn't scan that deep into it. There's always some bullshit happening inside the nebula, and yet you went in there anyway because there was coffee things. Okay, fuck off, lady. Just get off the caffeine, I guess, at this point. Focus on more important things than your daily dose of caffeine. That's not a luxury you can afford anymore. Oh, and I know who Tom Paris is. Because I watched that episode with the dude. Loki read the book that talked about Tom Paris, and the Wesley the episode where they go back to the Starfleet Academy and that kid got killed when they were trying to do the Starburst.
Yes,
the head guy that gets expelled is Tom Paris's son. And, right?
No.
Or Tom Paris?
No, it's played by the same actor. They originally wanted to use that same character for Voyager, but then they'd have to pay the writer of that episode royalty rights for every episode he appeared. So they just took the same actor, gave him a similar character, and just did.
Oh no! There's a book that links the two. Apparently, there's actually a Star Trek book that links the two. That kid used his. Look, he explains it better. He uses his middle name and his mother's maiden name because his father, the admiral, didn't want him writing on his name. He didn't want to have anything to do with him at the Starfleet Academy, name-wise. If he fucked up, he didn't want his career to be affected by his kid fucking up.
Yeah, they're separate characters.
Okay, fine. That's what Loki told me. So
I've actually met Robert Duncan McNeil, the actor, and he has said that, oh no, they're separate characters. He thinks they're nothing alike.
All right, I'm just relating from the book. But apparently there is a Star Trek book out there that Loki read that actually connects the two characters.
Okay, I don't doubt that. I mean, there's thousands of Star Trek books.
Okay, I don't know. That's all I know. So don't get mad at me. I'll blame Loki. Guys, we can do it again.
Yay.
No, we're not gonna do it again. Fine. So mean. Y'all are mean. But coffee? Yes, but coffee. Yeah, no, that's the most important thing. And thank you for subscribing. Apparently, Chris Persia got unsubscribed from me. Big sad moment.
Yay!
So check and make sure that you're subscribed. Pretty please. Pretty please. All right.
Well, I'm still subbed. I just checked.
Yay. All right, guys. Are you ready for us to get to the topic?
Yay.
Yay. All right. I found this person. I don't really know a whole lot about them, but I've done a little bit of exploring in their channel, and I watched some of this video. And I just wanted to show you the video before, like the page that it's on, because I wanted y'all to see a couple things. I was hoping this wasn't parody. It's not, because I've watched enough of it that I don't think it's actually objection leading. Thank you. And there is a giveaway. There's a
what if any?
Here. Yeah. Yes, hold on. So this is the video we're covering. Yes, that is what I searched in order to find this video. This is the like to dislike ratio. Isn't that fun? Yes, this was a fundraiser for a national abuse hotline, which is sort of ironic that she chose to do this. And let's talk about taking sides in relationship abuse and why your hatred of Amber Heard is wrong. And
well, that's a nice way to make my hatred of you grow. So there you go.
Comments are turned off. How exciting. Hello.
Hey, Spike of Madness.
So, yeah, there you go. All kinds of fun times. Yeah. So I wanted to show that before we watch the video, because I wanted everyone to be aware that this is not parody.
Yeah.
And she's a lawyer, by the way. Or was a lawyer. I don't know. At least was at some point. Was a lawyer. So.
Yay.
Objection. This guy's a puss. That's a whammon. How dare you? That is a whammon.
I expected you to be more stunning and brave, Megatron.
Yeah, what is this? What have I walked into? Who is this person? Leja? I'm terrible with names. And pronunciations in general. I don't. Leja Miller. I don't know. I've never heard of them until today. Did she study under a link? I don't know. Found another loony. Actually, she keeps her composure in this. So she's not breaking down. I think personally.
Well, no. He's saying that we'll break down her argument.
Oh, I misread it. Sorry, Spec. Yeah. She uses personal experience as the basis, and I understand that's a very human thing to do, right? A lot, sure. If not pretty much all of us, use our past experiences in order to build opinions and understanding for future things, right? It's kind of just that's how we learn, that's how we grow. But sometimes that's to our detriment. Sometimes us using that creates a personal bias that starts. You're like, well, I did this, and I know I was good, and I was a good person in this. Right. So like, they couldn't be bad because they were doing that. It's like, no, your experience, even though it does at least give you an experience to call back to, right? You're not just like echo chambering around in the internet. It still isn't the same. And you have to listen, and you have to like sit down and really listen to what happened in the court case. And be like, okay, well, I did this. But just because I did this doesn't necessarily mean that the person who did something similar is the good person, right?
Right.
And I'm talking about specific thing. Again, I actually did watch a little bit of this. So there comes a point where she calls upon her past experiences, and I don't think it benefited her in this case. If I wore a short, dark, blonde wig, I don't know who that is.
That's the old lady lawyer that was for Amber Heard.
I feel insulted.
Who has just been on a media blitz, just being on every talk show saying how wrong the verdict is.
Oh yeah, of course. This is, for lack of better words, 15 minutes of fame. You know, people are going to give shit about
which she accused almost every opponent witness of doing.
And then she's now doing it, which is hilarious. It's like, okay, well, I mean, you gotta do Furch-nert.
Ah.
And chapter finale. You are abandoning our bullshit for Furch-nert. How dare you, Mark? Okay. You know you can put us on in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep those watch hours going, at least.
Yeah. God damn it. Open me in another tab. Why don't you? Okay.
That sounds a little dirty.
No. Open it another tab. Tab. Open and tab.
No, but that's not what you said. You said open me.
I understand what I said. Shut up. Shut up. But first of all, this is not a good first frame. I have to be honest. I'll leave you running in the background. Yay! I had multiple tabs open. You animal.
Oh my.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I know. Oh my god. Yes. So, are you ready, Josh?
No, but here we are.
Here we are. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's do this thing.
Okay, let's do this. I've been trying to unpack.
Wow. Twinsies!
Oh, wow. All right.
Okay.
Why this Depp v. Heard lawsuit, and more so the hysterical public response to it, has been so upsetting to me. Usually I'm really good at emotionally removing myself from legal situations. It's literally my job. But with this one, I get upset and I get fucking pissed about random things that I see online about it.
Agree. I do.
Not random things on the interwebs.
Pissing you off. That's not like a part of being on the internet.
Oh my!
I haven't also gotten mad.
Is she going to bring up Tug?
I don't know.
Because I watched a lot of this. I did watch a lot of this trial. Amber Heard's lawyers brought up Tug 6 times.
Very impressive.
It's
you did it. You made it
how
into big.
Butthurt are you people?
Like,
he's
guys,
just following the coverage.
Yeah, and be fair with you, he has leaned into it a little bit too hard. But before the trial, I will say, like, I get it. You got kids, you got to make that money. I understand, but dear God, every video, come on, man. But now it's kind of like, I'm kind of happy he did it. Like, I did think that before the trial, but now I'm happy he did it, because any fucking thing that existed out there in the universe that was Amber Heard related is now documented on his channel. So,
yep.
it's actually really good that he did that. That was a net benefit that I didn't recognize at the time. So even if like you cut out his commentary and you just look at what he brought to the table, everything, even if it got taken, these other people's stuff got taken down, he has all the VODs. He has all of that shit on his channel forever. So all of that evidence is permanently on his channel now, and that's good. That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
About it because it's everywhere, even if you're trying to avoid
Agreed.
it. And I realize that it's probably because I'm feeling incredibly triggered and re-traumatized as someone
not
who's
triggered.
experienced relationship abuse in the past. But I'm not.
You know, it's funny. I had a not so nice relationship, as I like to put it. This only kind of, I would get angry, but I wasn't getting mad at Johnny Depp. I was getting mad at Amber Heard over this. This really made me angry when it came to her.
Sending a brave Megatron. Objection, non-responsive.
Okay, Mom. Oh my God. Upsetting me. I will say that hearing her testimony, I had to stop listening to some of the trials sometimes because I would get mad over what she was saying. And I think the worst thing I saw was her videotaping him trying to commit suicide or just cutting himself and trying to make it about her. That was like a line that crossed so many of my, I don't know, it's just of like my values, and it was awful. That was the worst thing in my opinion.
Yeah. And I've never been in an abusive relationship. I mean, as crazy as some of my exes were, they were never, you know, they ultimately, those relationships didn't work out because of differences, and that's fine. Yeah, I was never in a psychotic, unhealthy relationship. And so even though I've never had that experience, even I was getting angry during her testimony.
Yes.
It's like, because, and just the fact that it was so inconsistent. Like with testimony that she had previously given. It's like, wait, that's not what you said yesterday. What?
Not what you said like 2 minutes ago. What do you mean? Like, I don't. Okay. Generally speaking, lies are a lot harder to remember than the truth. You have to actively work at remembering a lie, whereas the truth usually just comes naturally. So, it's very. She is a Gronk. I don't know what that means, but I agree. Bad Gronk.
But I'm not feeling triggered on behalf of Johnny Depp, though I have repeatedly and publicly acknowledged that I am not taking any sides. Men can and are absolutely victims.
I hate that opinion, by the way. This happened 9 days ago. This wasn't happening in the middle of the trial. This happened 9 days ago. All right.
So this is not a reaction to the verdict.
No, I don't think so. This video went up 9 days ago. This is when they were deliberating. Deliberating? Yes. I just I listened to this first chunk, and then I started skipping a little bit, and it's just like you've seen all the evidence at this point. And I just hold on.
Any sides, men can and
The I will not take any sides thing is bullshit. You have enough evidence to take a side. Do I think that they both yelled at each other? Yeah. Do I think that Johnny abused her physically? No. Do I think she abused him? Yes. I really didn't see any evidence of abuse. Like, did he yell occasionally? Yes. Is that abuse? No. Because then if every single time a couple got into an argument and voices got raised, that would be considered abuse. And I'm not setting that standard. It's what is being said in that yelling. It's what happened before, what happened after. That would make that abuse. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it in response to something? Or is that just how it comes off? Right? We've all seen the cabinet video. There is nothing in that video that suggests that she is abusing her, like, at all.
And the video is also edited.
Oh yeah, the before and after. Yeah, I saw that.
So like you don't see what is being cut out. So like the evidence of her clearly goading him on could easily have been edited out of the TMZ video. Like that was not in the original thing, which had to be turned over to court.
Mm-hmm. So I don't like I'm not going to take sides. You could take a side. You're choosing not to because you don't want to take a definitive stance on something when you have evidence to. Now, if there wasn't enough evidence to take a definitive stance on something, I have no issue with you taking no. Or if you don't know enough to take a definitive stance, I think that is a better, taking no definitive stance is a better stance to take than just going with what someone you like, or, oh, I heard this one thing on the internet. Let me fucking form an entire opinion about this very complex issue. I don't think that you can in good faith say that there is no side to take. Also, that's a stupid thing to say when your title of your video is In Defense of Amber Heard.
I was just about to say, Release the McCracken just pointed that out.
Yes. She's picking a side. Yeah, if you're going to title your video something like that, oh, and then you decide to fucking turn off your comments, that is weak. That is a weak sauce thing. You do not title your video something so, this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to stand by this and title my video this. And then I'm going to put in my description that, I stand with her. And then I'm going to turn off my comments. And I'm just, I'm going to say I'm not taking a side. That's bullshit. Come on. Don't fucking. That's bullshit. That's absolute fucking bullshit. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, and men can be abused too, but
can and are absolutely victims of relationship abuse. And based on the little bit of testimony I've been exposed to in this court case,
the little bit you formed an entire
little
opinion
bit
on
of
the
testimony.
Little bit lawyer woman, really?
Okay, so wait a minute. So you haven't actually watched their testimonies then? The lawyer is admitting that she didn't watch the testimonies in full.
Hilarious.
Okay. Nice hardwood floors, though.
It's the house was apparently. I was looking through her channel to make sure that this wasn't a parody, and this is a 140-year-old house made in the 1800s.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't even want to think about how much she paid for that thing.
I mean, being a lawyer pays well. What a shock.
No. Yeah, no, shocking.
It sounds like did allegedly do some pretty malicious shit during the course of their relationship. I'm not denying that. But I am feeling some kind of way about the way that Heard is
I told you there was a but. I don't think it was a pun.
Inhumanely attacked every day on a global scale. So let me break.
Hold on. Let me scroll back just so everyone can embrace what she just said.
So she's angry at the internet while being on the internet.
Yeah.
Shit during the course of their relationship. I'm not denying that, but I am feeling some kind of way about the way that Heard is being inhumanely attacked every day on a global scale. So let me break down why this is upsetting for me and what it means going forward for victims of relationship abuse and related defamation lawsuits.
Okay.
Do you know how many actual victims of domestic violence have spoken out in support of Johnny during this trial?
Thank you, Stunning Pretty. Yeah.
It's been a lot.
Yeah. She just fun little thing there. When all this broke out, Johnny got rambasted, like absolutely completely destroyed, right? When this initially all came out, Amber Heard took up the title of kind of heading off the Me Too movement, in a manner of speaking.
An ambassador for domestic violence or whatever it was that she said.
Yeah. There's literally video or audio evidence out there of her being like, oh, what? They're going to think that a man can be domestically abused? Really? Like, she's mocking him.
Yeah.
Do I think that he is the perfect innocent victim? No. I know enough about humanity that there is no white and black when it comes to people. Okay?
And given the fact that there's, a sizable difference between the two,
it's all great.
I doubt many of her hits hurt that badly. But that's still no excuse. And, there's the whole, he lost the tip of his finger.
Yeah.
Which, those pictures are not pleasant to look at.
Yeah. Amber Heard defamed him, wrote headed smear campaigns of that man for a while. And
almost like the exact same thing that she accused Johnny of doing.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, it's bad when it happens to her. When the truth comes out. And guess what? People don't like it when they feel like they've been lied to or misled. Because they're like, oh, I said all this shit and now I feel like an idiot. And that pisses them off. I have seen numerous people online be like, I thought something else happened and now she was there's no evidence to prove that she was abused. And
I mean, when she first started talking about it, my initial reaction was, oh, well, that's disappointing because I like Johnny Depp as an actor, but yeah, assholes in Hollywood, that's nothing new.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
I didn't think that much about it. But then when all of his exes, basically every single one of them went, he was never violent. That's when I went, wait a minute. Okay, because you just don't start being a wife beater. That's something that happens, from the beginning. It's
escalation.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not.
So it's like, but Winona, Kate Moss, Vanessa, none of them said that he ever was abusive. They complained about his drug and alcohol abuse and his, trouble handling his finances, which hurt their relationship, but never violence. No. So when all of them were like, Johnny is not an abusive person, it's like, wait a minute. Okay, maybe I need to look at this a little more closely.
Didn't Amber's girlfriend or wife or something have an abuse case against her or something?
Yes, Amber was arrested for domestic abuse against her former, I think at the time wife. I don't know if they were dating or not.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. Yeah.
But she was arrested, spent a night in jail for
Mhm.
domestic abuse, and Johnny's team actually interviewed the cop who arrested them, who arrested her, but they weren't allowed to say she was a cop because that might have an undue influence on the jury.
Yeah.
So they weren't allowed to mention that this person was a police officer that arrested Amber Heard, but they were able to interview her.
Good. Because you can kind of get around that title.
That's what they did.
Yeah, you can usually get around that.
And being a police officer, the officer was aware of these kind of restrictions, so was able to say the information needed without stating it.
Yes, you can draw your conclusion without actually saying it outright.
Mm-hmm. Shay, that's right. The arresting cop was a lesbian, which they immediately tried to smear as like, oh, she's on Johnny's payroll. Like,
I remember that. Okay. I didn't know she was the cop. Okay, I get it now. Okay, all right. I didn't know she was a cop.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's cop hilarious. That arrested her is a lesbian.
Probably on purpose too. That was probably purposely done. They'll send certain people out to, if there's no one that's just like super close to take the call, they'll send out.
Well, no, this just happened to be the case because this happened at an airport.
Oh yeah, I just read it. Airport, yeah.
The cop. You had the cop.
Oh, it's complete coincidence. All right,
yes.
Cool. Well, that makes it better.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a cop doing their job, stopping someone from hitting their partner and arresting them for domestic violence.
Yep, exactly.
And her PR team immediately tried to like, oh, look how anti-gay this police department is. It's like, but the cop was a lesbian.
Yeah, how dare she?
When an abuse accusation is brought up, people generally expect the abused person to be the perfect victim. What is a perfect victim? Well, someone who didn't do anything wrong on their side ever. We have this like...
Okay, no.
No, Josh?
No one is expecting of someone who's getting abused to be a perfect innocent saint. They probably did something at some point that helped provoke the abuse in some way, but that doesn't justify getting pounded in the face or having the tip of your finger cut off. Or
no, Josh, are you sure?
Like yeah, I mean, their argument was Johnny Depp uses drugs. Johnny Depp drinks a lot of alcohol. Oh, that's shocking. What a shocking revelation.
Yeah, no one ever thought about that before. Ever. No one.
Mm-hmm. And this happened during one of the testimonies from one of Amber Heard's experts, but they criticized Johnny Depp's doctors for their job is to try to help keep him clean, but he's clearly always using drugs and always using alcohol. So clearly they're the ones failing him.
Oh yes, of course.
Do you not know how addiction works?
No, that's too hard. Like to actually learn and know something like that? Nah.
It's like no, because while you can certainly be in an environment that doesn't help your addiction in any way, ultimately it's still your choice to use.
Yes.
No one can get clean except for the person who is using the drugs. Correct. No one else can.
I know, isn't that so surprising though, Josh? Like you can't.
Yeah, it's called personal responsibility.
What is that? I don't know what that is. That's weird. Is that like a sickness? Is that a disease?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
This like romanticized view of the battered woman whose trauma response, if we think of the like fight.
That's a terrible phrase. I'm just gonna say that. The romanticized view of the battered woman. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that was not a good collection of words that you have there. Just I don't think I would have said that.
No.
Fight, flight, or freeze framework. Her trauma response was freeze. She was abused, but she did nothing wrong herself. She didn't fight back. She was a devoted partner, and he was a monster. She's the victim. He's the abuser. It's clean. It's black and white. It's a dichotomy that allows our little reptilian brains to tie up a conflict with a nice little bow.
We're mammals.
Pick sides, and then consider ourselves righteous for having picked the correct side.
Does she have a woman thing on her? I can tell you're a woman. You don't have to like tattoo it.
Actually, from this distance, it looks more like a power on button.
Yeah, just
so maybe she's just a talking robot.
That could be true.
Unfortunately, if you've ever been the survivor of relationship abuse or worked with survivors, both of which I have done, you know that that's simply not how human relationships work. It's messy. It's complicated.
How shocking.
Humans are gray. I know, shocking. I would actually go ahead and say that was pretty apparent in the case itself. That it was a little gray, but they didn't have anything. Amber's side had absolutely no evidence of him being abusive.
No.
They had evidence of him doing all the drugs on the planet, of him drinking, of him having, manic episodes, which all of which he needs to go to therapy for. Like, I just saw a man that desperately needs some kind of therapy and to go to a rehab facility. Like, that is what I saw.
Yeah,
that is what I saw. Okay, I understand that she probably needs therapy and rehab too. But even if they're both equally using and drinking and having manic episodes, there was actual evidence of her being abusive, and there was no actual evidence of him being abusive. Because I refuse to connect he did lots of drugs and he drank a lot to that automatically means that he is an abusive person. I refuse to connect those two without more information.
Right.
Like, I won't do that because I'm not gonna damn all these people that need therapy and rehab to you're all abusers because you use these things. Like, I'm not going to do that because that's not fair.
Now, it's certainly a added risk factor to an abusive relationship, but the person's already but it's a if you drink or use drugs, that doesn't automatically mean you're going to be an abusive person. An abusive person using drugs and alcohol, it will lower those inhibitions and probably may increase the likelihood of it happening.
Yes, but
it's not. But just because you use drugs, just because you drink a lot, doesn't automatically mean you're going to be an abusive person.
Yeah. Like, is there like a Hollywood stereotype of the abusive father or the abusive man, and he's always fucking drinking? Yeah. How many movies have you seen where that's
Alec Baldwin, excuse me.
Wow, you really need to get that looked at, Josh. Damn.
I'm sorry. So sometimes my Alec Baldwin cough just goes off.
Yeah, it's fine. It happens occasionally to all of us. No,
he's still not arrested.
I don't know if he still needs. I don't know. At least the armor needs to be they need to be charged. This is the bare minimum I'm asking. Is the armor to be arrested and charged? Like, you don't get out like Baldwin. That's like one of those secondary charges. It's like, there was.
It's like it's like in a boxing ring when the trainer, because he desperately wants his guy to win, puts lead in the boxing gloves.
Yeah.
So like, he's not the one that actually throws the punch that killed the opponent boxer.
Exactly.
But
he should have felt it. But like, at the same time, I don't blame the person that gave that person that. I don't know. Like, I blame the person that loaded the weapon, told him to shoot, and then killed somebody.
Yeah.
Like, I blame that person because there's so many safety precautions. Anyway, back to the Amber thing. I know it's coming. I know, because I've skipped through the video, so I know it's coming, and
Often both sides are traumatized for whatever reason and in need of help and empathy and emotional support.
Agree, but I wouldn't say my abuser, I wouldn't put him down as needing more therapy than me. After what he did to me. Personally. I wouldn't personally say that. Now, does he? Probably. You don't just become an abuser because your life is happy and filled with roses and rainbows, okay?
Right.
But you don't necessarily feel like, oh, on equal footing, yeah, they both need it. Yeah, do Amber Heard and Johnny Depp both need rehab and therapy? Fuck yeah, they do. But one of them abused the other, and I'm not going to ignore that.
Yeah,
I'm not ignoring
one
that.
of them has a diagnosed personality disorder. One of them doesn't.
Yeah. So, just saying. You're trying to put them on equal footing, and you can to a certain degree, but you can't the entire way. You can get like a decent chunk of the way there of them both being on equal footing, but I will not put the needs of the person enacting the violent act above the person who has been affected by the violent act. And the aggressor. They have to be the aggressor in that circumstance. And aggressor does not necessarily mean physical aggression is the first step. Because you can verbally and psychologically be the aggressor.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know? If a fight starts and you're talking if you're talking mad shit and somebody punches you in the face, the person who punched you in the face is not the aggressor. In a physical aspect, yes, but you're the one that started it by talking shit and expecting apparently to not get hit for it. So maybe don't talk shit next time. Maybe don't abuse somebody next time, and we won't be in this situation. There you go.
And sometimes when you're being abused, you fight back in ways that aren't okay. And I think this has been so triggering for me because I was that woman. I probably shouldn't get this vulnerable on
this is the part I was talking about,
Maine, but here we are. My experience with abuse was never physical, which frankly adds to the complication. But emotional abuse and sexual manipulation often accompany physical abuse, making every situation of relationship abuse a deeply complicated and personal ordeal.
Yes.
I personally spent 1.5 years with a man who would mock me when I got emotional, laugh in my face when I cried, give me the silent treatment when I did or said something that he didn't like, try to control how I spent my own money. And he called me boring or a prude or told me I had a sex problem anytime I denied him sex, which was most of the time because he was horrible to me and my body shut down long before my brain knew what was going on. And one night we were having one of our many arguments and I truly have no recollection of what it was about, but I was trying to explain to him why I was frustrated and he laughed at me and wasn't hearing me, so I shoved him. That was it. I shoved him.
He was the aggressor in that circumstance. That is why I brought up the fight one, by the way. He started it, yes. and then you push him. There is a long train of obvious abuse before that.
Mm-hmm.
And you shoved him, probably because he was laughing in your face, and you pushed him away. That's not the same as what she did. Like,
yeah.
At all. It's not even close. I wouldn't even put that anywhere near each other.
I mean, Johnny even admitted on the witness stand in his testimony that he did shove Amber at one point, but that's because he was trying to leave the argument.
Yeah,
she was literally blocking the door.
Yeah, that's exactly what she just described happened. And somehow it's reading herself into the Amber Heard role, which is bizarre. Yeah. You weren't the Amber Heard, you were the Johnny. That's the most bizarre part about this.
Mm-hmm.
He laughed and decided to act. She decided, no, that's not what happened. No, when you're in an abusive relationship, it's not that simple at all. He was, and this is just from what she has said, sounds like he was verbally and psychologically abusing her, and he laughed in her face, and she had a visceral reaction. Usually what will happen when people are in abusive relationships is they have this thing, it's called the snapping moment, or what I call the snapping moment. It's when, and that's when you start to, when you're getting ready to get out of it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Ralphie moment, in A Christmas Story. He just snapped.
Actually, it's not that dissimilar. It's literally like you have a moment where you just realize enough is enough. Mm-hmm. And that's basically the beginning of the end of the relationship. Yes, that's the beginning of the end. I had one of those moments. Actually, I had two. I had like the pre-volcano rumbling, and then I had the actual like Mount St. Helens moment. Okay. And it does. You basically have been pushing all of this shit down and blocking it from coming up, and you have become this just kind of, for lack of better words, this pathetic shadow of your former self. And all of that, something finally breaks through and it ruptures out, and you can't stop it once it starts because you've had enough. So she's adhering to believe all women, which is why she sees Amber as what's sad is that she was clearly the Johnny Depp in the situation.
Yeah.
And she's like seeing herself as Amber Heard. That's the sad part. And because it's not the case.
Women power.
Yeah, it's kind of sad actually that she sees herself as the Amber Heard. It's like, no, sweetheart, you're not. Not in that. Going Mount St. Helens leads to hemorrhoid. Well, it did not in my case. You can sleep well at night knowing that. Yeah, you just have this snapping moment, and what they say doesn't affect you as much anymore. Some people do have relapses. I didn't have a relapse. I begun that process, and it took about a month to really get through to the second big snapping moment. But the snapping moment is like you get snapped out of it. So like you've been in this haze, this like kind of just like you've been zoned out for however long you've been in the relationship and just allowing it to happen to you. It's like this dreamlike state that you realize you were in, and you snap out of it, and you don't take their shit anymore. You don't take it. You don't deal with it anywhere near as much. And then you kind of whatever you need to do after that. Sometimes it gets very violent. In my case, he was God, he showed me how weak he was, and it was kind of just this really pathetic moment of, wow, I really let myself go to that. Oof. I'm sorry, if you call somebody 57 times begging to call, just to talk to them, and they're saying no. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. I remember that very well. I had a screenshot of the chat log at one point. The 57 calls he tried to do, and I refused. So it was like, you don't have the. It's like, you have lost the privilege to listen to my voice, I think is what I said. Very, very teenage angsty. But whatever. It is, yeah, you snap. And that was possibly her snapping moment. Or at least the beginning of it. Everyone that's escaped in an abusive relationship and survived one and gotten out has had one of those moments. I don't know if they never go full Heinz 57. Oh dear. God, that is a fucking condiment I haven't heard of in a while. Can't remember the last time I had Heinz 57.
Really?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Usually I put a lot of seasonings and stuff in it and whatever I'm making. I'm kind of on this Asian kick at the moment. I've been experimenting a lot with stir fries. Making different types of stir fries. So lots of rice. I've been eating a lot of rice. Not a lot of red meat, so to speak.
Okay,
I don't know.
you are forgiven.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't like the because she and I share genital, like the same kind of genital type, I am supposed to agree with this person. Like, I don't like that mindset. I've met a lot of awful women in my day of existing on this planet for 27 years. So I don't like this. This stupid believe all women is one of the most offensive hashtags I've ever seen in my entire life. Like,
yeah,
women can be evil too. I don't understand this weird
equality.
Bizarre... Yeah, it's like, oh, what? Because the gender is overall, for the most part, physically weaker, I'm just supposed to believe them now? Well, let me tell you something. Women do not battle one another generally on a physical, like, fight level. They fight through psychological means. They will fight each other, like, from like a psychological standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Isolation. They'll isolate people. They'll spread rumors. They'll, the gossips, all that kind of shit. To get their way, and yeah, it's much more psychologically manipulative when it comes to women. I don't know why. That's just how it is, and that's how my experience has been too. So, anyway, moving forward. Enough about me. Stop talking about me. We're here to talk about other people.
Loved him. He heard it. It didn't escalate beyond that. I should not have done that. No one should do that to the person that they love. But I was feeling.
Given the circumstance, I don't quite understand why you're saying you shouldn't have done that. He laughed in your face after months of verbally and psychologically manipulating you and abusing you, and you shoved him. And now you're like, I shouldn't have done that. That's not... I don't even agree with that. I don't agree with that, actually. It didn't go further. You just... He was in your personal space, and you finally had enough, and you're trying to get him out because he wouldn't get out of your personal space. Yes? Am I understanding this correctly?
I mean, that's what it sounded like.
Josh. Yeah, okay. That's what I'm gathering, but now she's like, no, I shouldn't have done that. It's like, I don't know. Like, from what you've told me, I don't agree with that statement. I don't agree that you shouldn't have done that. Now, if you started beating him until he was like a bloody pulp, I don't think that necessarily would have been the appropriate reaction, right?
Yeah.
But shoving him out of your personal space, I don't see an issue with that, so to speak. So
feeling unheard, invisible, and desperate in my relationship. And he never let me live it down. He would say things like, I can't believe you did that to me. I never thought I would be the victim of relationship abuse.
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't have fucking shoved. Really? You shoved him once and he's now saying that he's the victim of relationship. What?
Huh?
That's weird, right? Are you?
Huh?
Weird.
Remember when you shoved me? Good thing I didn't get hurt. All the while continuing to manipulate and belittle me on a daily basis. And I believed him. I was the bad person.
That wasn't her snapping moment. Oh, it could have been, but it wasn't. It was like the beginning, and then she fucking retreated, which a lot of times will happen in abuse situations. They'll do something and stand up for themselves, and then they'll retreat because the person they're with still has a strong enough hold over them that they'll do it. So it's
yeah,
actually just sad.
It is, especially when you have just so many examples of people who have, literally gotten, needed medical attention from, the abuse that they suffered, and then go right back into the relationship. Like, why? Get out of there.
They need them. They really think they need them.
I know.
That's what happened with me. They think they need them, and they can't live without them. They don't know how to live without them. So it's.
I get that, and that's sad.
So sad. Yeah. Oh, it's really fucking depressing. Like, it is sad as all hell. Yeah, you kind of walked into a thing.
Yeah, you did.
You walked into some shit. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I was the one with problems. I was the crazy one. I was unhinged. And this happened to me a full decade ago, and I have spent the better part of the last decade in therapy working through that relationship.
Good.
I'm now in a relationship with the most loving, caring man.
Yes. Good. I mean, I'm glad you fucking...
Man who makes me feel safe and heard and cared for on a level like I truly never thought possible or even that I deserved.
Good.
And yet I still struggle with this. And the reason I tell you this is not
when you've been in an abusive relationship, it doesn't have a tendency to affect you for much longer than you think it does. Even the little things. And you really don't even realize it until you get into like a relationship with someone again, like a serious relationship with someone. And then you kind of shit starts to come out and you're just like, oh, damn. Shit, okay.
Not to make you sympathetic to me or even to Amber Heard, but it's to illustrate how abuse works sometimes. How even if both sides act abusive towards each other, there's often a power imbalance in a relationship that allows one person to control the abuse over the other. Nothing about relationship abuse is
just like weirdly with Amber Heard, because she was and a lot of her power came from she was the person that got the drugs and then encouraged it. So that's where a lot of her power came from. But
didn't you hear her testimony? She only drank twice during their relationship.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but
sure.
I have a tendency.
No one believes that.
I will believe a total stranger who I have never talked to, never interacted with. I will believe what comes out of their mouth before I believe a proven liar.
Yeah.
Because I know that I have a higher chance with this stranger of getting the truth than I do a proven liar who does nothing but fucking lie. So I hate liars. People who do nothing but fucking lie and start shit. Like, I can't stand. I value honesty above everything else.
this is black and white. And as outsiders, we have no idea and will never know the extent of someone else's relationship trauma.
Unfortunately, I know way too fucking much about their relationship now. So does everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah. And I always, because...
Damn.
Oh my God. On the freeway?
Fucking with a kid in the...
What
the fuck?
I don't know what to do with that X-Wing. Sorry.
God damn, man. For 7 years. Girl. I'm sorry. Man.
Did you just assume X-Wing's gender?
Sorry. I saw that twerking video.
Be better, Eris.
Shall we call him the queen of twerking? X-Wing is the queen of twerking. Because men and women can just use king and queen interchangeably now. It has nothing to do with gender. So. You nigga map. Oh, shit.
Oh, low-spec Linux laptop came up with an interesting theory.
She didn't drink 1 day, so only 2 drinking relationships in there. Yeah, nah. She's now misgender triggered. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ah, shit. Cancel era. She misgendered X-Wing.
Oh, my
God. I
goodness.
use girl like I do dude. Like, I will call... I've called Loki that before. I was just like, girl, and he was just like, what? Excuse me. It's like, sorry, I just... Dude, it's like my interchangeable with dude. I don't know why. It's just...
Which is why it's so upsetting to me to see people taking pretty universally Johnny Depp's side in this case.
Because the evidence suggests he was telling the truth. As a lawyer, you should value the truth.
I know so much about the relationship. I know so much about Johnny Depp that I never fucking ever wanted to know about Johnny Depp. Okay? Mm-hmm. I know so much about that man now. Everyone does. Everyone knows their personal bullshit now. Every single person. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Oh, I loved when they were trying to use clearly sexting as like see how sexually manipulative he is. It's like
the cringe ass.
These are clearly sexts, okay?
Yeah, and for some reason Johnny Depp sex like a fucking bad fanfic says a man talks, okay? I have read many a bad fanfic that has a little bit of smut in it, all right? I have. We all have, because we're all adults here, right? And good God, bad romance novels and bad fanfic have the same issue with acting as if men are this, like, they all, like, oh, a real man is, like, somehow a man and woman put together and talks like they are from like the 1800s. Like, I don't even understand how this.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's just really bizarre. Just like, no, there is no man that exists like that. That actually exists like that. Maybe one. There may be one single fucking man out there that acts like that. But generally speaking, that is not how men act. And it is.
No.
It's silly. Somehow Johnny Depp apparently is that man. I don't know how. Apparently he is that man. And it's hilarious. Because, yeah, I have never, ever seen sex scene look like we're about to start another Shakespeare play. Like, that was the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah. So, yeah. Because, like, I remember I always thought when I went to propose to my now wife, I tried to like write out, something very sweet, romantic, and I completely blanked when I presented her the ring. I just went, "You want this?"
That's the best. That might be the funniest proposal I've ever heard of in my entire life. Hey girl,
I wanted to be so romantic, and it completely blanked at the moment.
That That is Pete Guy. That might be the most Guy thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. That is the funniest shit. Oh my god. You want this?
And for some reason, she said yes.
The 3 words every girl wants to hear. You want this? God, that is one of those stories you get to tell your grandkids one day, and they're gonna laugh their ass off. Hell, I might tell my grandkids that one day. Hey, I had a friend that they proposed by saying, "You want this?"
And it worked. That's the
and
funny
it worked somehow. That's how you know that y'all are meant to be together. That's your proposal, and she said, "Yes." Oh shit! That's so funny.
Yeah, Shay, she did.
Apparently. I think this is the screenshot of the episode. All right.
That's perfect with her face too.
Yes. Yes. There we go. There we go. You need to get off the internet?
No.
Boo!
No, X-Wing, you can't.
Boo! You can't.
Who will twerk for us?
Yes, who will twerk for us? We have to have a twerking queen. Oh shit! Oh my god.
In England found her to be credible and found that there was substantial evidence to believe that Depp had abused her, despite the fact that recordings and text messages, evidence being used in court, show him verbally abusing her or saying horrific things to his friends about her.
Okay.
Saying horrible things to someone else is not abuse of the other person, is it?
No. I will say this though. Those fucking text messages that he sent to his friends about her, those were cringe AF, man. I haven't seen anything that edgy since I got off of Tumblr.
Yeah.
Somehow he's like a bad fanfic and a bad like edgy Tumblr. When he's drinking and doing drugs, he's like a bad fanfic man. And then he's also like somehow an edgy Tumblr kid. It's like
Mark, I still have you beat because we were in a movie theater parking lot when I proposed.
Was it a parking garage or a parking lot?
It was a parking lot.
Okay. All right. That might get you more points. Classically trained. Yeah, I'm sure you are in the art of twerking. Classically trained. Yes, indeed.
He's openly admitted to painting threatening messages on their walls in his own blood. Court testimony showed that he texted his friend and said he wanted
That's not abuse. That is somebody who really needs therapy. That's not abuse. Is it? That's not abuse, right?
And leave it to Chris to bring up excellent points. She donated the money to charity. That made her credible to the judge in the UK trial. Which, by the way, she did actually donate.
And, yeah, here's the fun thing. They're probably going to appeal that verdict now that they got this one. So, I think you're allowed to appeal, right?
I don't know how it works in England.
Oh, yeah, it's England. I don't fucking know what happens over there.
No,
Somebody from England, tell me
he
your
first
secrets.
sued The Sun, which is the UK publication. That's who he first sued. Amber Heard was not a party to that lawsuit. She was called in as a witness, but she wasn't subject to that trial.
Correct.
So when that failed, that's when he then sued her.
Of course.
Yeah, because like her lawyer is like trying to almost argue like double jeopardy when it's like that she wasn't a defendant in the UK trial. She was called in as a witness, but she wasn't a defendant.
Exactly.
Like, he wasn't suing you, so therefore it's not double jeopardy.
Literally, yeah, by definition.
Wanted to kill her and fuck her burnt corpse afterwards to make sure she's dead. And y'all are defending him? Depp and
yes.
Okay, hold on, because
I'm not defending that. I'm defending him.
And the text that she's referring to was actually one that was received from him, not written from him.
Really? I thought he wrote that.
That was presented in evidence. It was in the it came from his phone, but if you look very carefully, it says incoming message, not outgoing.
Oh, boo. He's not as edgy as I thought he was.
He received that text message. He didn't send it.
Hard.
So the one she is referring to doesn't apply.
Awkward moment when the lawyer doesn't get the facts right.
Now, in fairness, Johnny's lawyers missed that too, because that was brought up by Nick Rekieta in his panel. Like, they caught it, but Johnny's lawyers missed it because it was never addressed. So it might have been because of the program that they used to get the texts. It might have been actually written from him, so there's no argument about it, but it was never actually mentioned.
Right.
Depp and Heard met in 2009 when Depp was 45 and Heard was 23. She'd been acting for about 5 years, and he was.
Hold on.
So
are we about to have an age gap argument as a relationship? Because I got some issues with that.
Heard met in 2009 when Depp was 45 and Heard was 23.
What that's meaningless.
Okay, let me tell you something. Do you know what older famous men like to do? Get them a hot piece of young ass. Welcome to the universe. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you now realize that older men that have a lot of money and are famous like younger hot women. And Amber Heard on the outside looks very physically attractive in the conventional sense.
Used to.
The ugliness that she has proven is inside of her heart has now made her more hideous than any hag I've ever seen portrayed in Hollywood. So, it's fine.
Well, and because one of the
nice, thank you.
Yeah, because okay, there's a sizable age gap between them. What else is new? Hollywood, aging Hollywood stars marrying younger women. Yeah. Okay, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that really?
I have a dog that's being very angry right now.
He's angry, doggo. Poor
I think,
doggo.
I think she needs to be let out. I'll be right back.
Okay, go for it. Y'all are stuck with me. She should go after for perjury. Yeah, I thought they proved several times in this case that she'd committed perjury because of that. I really don't know enough about the UK. Oh, here we go. In the UK, they would need to take the appeal to the privy. They have a fucking privy council? Privy. What does that mean? Sharing that. I don't know. That just sounds really obnoxious. Like, they have a privy council. Ah, yes. Let's take the appeal to the privy council. Yes. Like, that's so aristocratic. That's hilarious. And then they would have to show that there was malfeasance on the judge's part. Yes. I got Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, that's not really. Oh, yeah. No, that's a woman. It's different because it's a woman. Okay, Spike and Madness. It's a woman. It's different. We have different rules because of women. Privy is a toilet. Oh my god. Yeah, no. Oh, and hello, Castle. Oh, sorry. Whenever I'm watching something in a different tab, I usually have the chat covered up in it because I have but one screen, so I try to get to y'all. Sorry, my bad. How fucking dare you? How dare you talk about a woman? Yeah, Madonna could arguably be called a vampire at this point. Also in his mid-20s. Yeah, she's like, how old? Okay, let's look it up while we're waiting for Josh. How old is Madonna? 63. God damn. She's had so much plastic surgery. I thought she was in her 80s. Oof. Big oof. That plastic surgery has started to catch up to her. God damn it. Madonna's a mess. Yes, she is. She is totally a mess. I was gonna wait on Josh to come back. Josh, come back. I ran out of things to talk about in the chat. Come back. Josh, come forth and come back. La 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 la. Shall we continue? Shall we continue? We'll continue without him. And then if there's anything fun that happens, we will rewind.
She'd been acting for about 5 years, and he was 25 years into his career, and one of the most acclaimed actors in the world, as well as being exceptionally wealthy. Again, I am not taking sides here. I'm just trying.
Damn it. I'm going to have to rewind for Josh. She did it again. She did the, I'm not taking sides. But, pick a side, woman. Pick a fucking side. What? You're not allowed to leave. X-Wing, you can't leave. This is like Hotel California. You can come into the chat, but you can't ever leave. That's just how it is. Until the stream ends, but then you can't leave.
I'm back.
I was explaining to the chat that the stream's like Hotel California, and they can check in anytime they want, but they can't leave.
Yes.
Because S-Wing left the main. Big mean.
Oh, she does, yeah.
Dr. Hughes. Is that the discount doctor that they brought in on Johnny Depp's team? The one everyone's fawning over?
Yes, Dr. Muffins.
Yes, there we go. Not what a muffin now. God damn it, Josh!
That was her nickname. I don't remember what her actual name was. You're welcome.
Me.
5 years, and he was 25 years into his career, and one of the most acclaimed actors in the world, as well as being exceptionally wealthy. Again, I am not taking sides here. I'm just trying.
I paused.
You are.
You. Yes, by definition, you are. I hate this. I hate this bullshit. I hate this fucking. You have food.
I might have a cheese stick. Yeah.
I heard it. I heard the rapper.
Just trying to even out the bias I'm seeing all around me by pointing out the very real fact that we don't know who had the upper hand in terms of the power dynamics of the.
We do, actually.
The evidence is pretty clear on that, actually.
Yeah, if you would have watched it. I didn't watch all of it, and I watched enough to come to that conclusion, okay? I would say I watched a good chunk. I had to take a break because it was literally like sucking the soul out of me. I don't know how the guys did it over like a Nick Rehada.
Well, I'm sure the super chest helped.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Didn't he hit 100 million on the verdict video?
100 million views, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Crazy, man.
Of the relationship, but it's not like Heard came in with an advantage. And the fact is that based on what's
okay.
So you need to have life experience in order to be an abuser? Is that what she's arguing?
I need to have an advantage. So because Johnny made a lot of money and had a lot of power, he was the dominant figure in their relationship. It seems really, what's the word I'm looking for? Shallow.
Mm-hmm.
In a general sense, I would agree with you. But it's become very clear to me that she used him because of that. And she probably wouldn't have approached Johnny Depp if he wasn't who he was.
Right.
To even start a relationship.
Well,
And
I mean, they met while making one of his small indie films.
Yeah, but I'm saying like she wouldn't have tried to pursue it. That relationship.
Oh, probably not.
If he wasn't Johnny Depp. So Dr. Mommy. Oh my god. Curry! Yes, I remember. Yes, Curry. Now.
Yeah, yep.
Yes, okay. Now I remember her. Yeah.
On what's coming out in court, as well as the court in the UK, which again found that Johnny Depp likely abused Amber Heard.
And the American court found that Amber Heard likely abused him. So
and of the two, which one is free? America.
Yeah.
Therefore, superior. Just say it.
Which one's better? America. Yeah.
Amber Heard. Both sides
we left for a reason. Goddammit.
Awful things. And yet the court of public opinion has decided Johnny Depp is the victim here, and anyone who was...
And at one point, the court of the public opinion was that Amber Heard was the victim. And
yeah, the evidence is overwhelming against her. It was like, if Amber Heard made these claims and then presented evidence that clearly demonstrated that she's telling the truth, I'd be on her side.
Yeah, I've said that. I think everyone has said that. If Amber Heard actually showed, one of the most frustrating parts of the trial was whenever she would be like, it's not up to me to show those pictures. I gave them pictures and video of this evidence and all this shit that, would clearly make him out to be the abuser, but it's not up to me to show that. It literally is actually, though.
Just mountains. We have mountains of evidence. Well, where is it?
Proving his abuse. Oh, my lawyers decided to not fucking show it for some reason.
This is the place to present your evidence. Where is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a spontaneously exploding megapint. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. The one there's the one picture of like some like spilled wine on the floor, and Amber testified this picture is from one of the alleged abusive incidents. This picture, yes. Then that same picture was presented for a different event, and she was on the stand testifying that's what this picture is from. It's like, well, wait a minute, it's the same picture. It's literally the exact same picture of the spilled wine, like the watermarks on the floor, the pattern of the splash on.
No, she cropped it differently. It's different now.
It's the exact same picture. So which is it? Unless you're lying.
Oh, she can't lie though. She's a woman. Right. She can't lie.
Women are incapable of lying.
Yeah, they're godlike. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Someone who isn't 100% team Johnny Depp is taking down the entire Me Too.
Eris, you've never interacted with another woman who lied to you, right? That's never happened?
Never. I've never, ever had a fucking friend or another woman bearing, a similarly genital person has ever lied to me. Never. That's never fucking happened. Ever.
I'm detecting a purple-eyed monster of jealousy.
There might be a massive one of those.
Okay.
Actually, my entire fucking life, I have had... the first time I started having trust issues was because in my group of female friends, because I really hadn't, like, boys were still you know. It was the puberty era, the middle school awkward phase where you're just like, are boys yucky or do I want to date them? Do I want to look pretty? Do I care? You know, you're just like going through the fucking weird ass transition phase of I care now? Question mark.
Yeah.
The first person that started to give me trust issues was this one chick in our group that was talking mad shit about everyone behind their back. And I found out because I finally asked one of the other people in my group about it, and they were just like, oh yeah, she does it to you too. And it was like, what? I don't know why I assumed that she was doing it to everyone else. She wasn't doing it to me. It's just, I don't know.
One of those.
Yeah. Who is this clown on screen? This is a real lawyer that got paid like fucking 6 figures and lives in a house from like the 1870s or something like that. So, it's fine, Adega. Don't worry about it. She doesn't have an opinion. Please ignore the title of this video that states an opinion.
Yeah.
Also ignore the fact of her description that states that she is defending Amber Heard against the hatred for her. Also ignore the fact that she has a fundraiser on this video for domestic violence hotline. And ignore the fact that she has turned off the comments of this video that we're covering. But she has no fucking opinion. Oh, and the she's been ratioed on the YouTube like to dislike ratio with 7.6 thousand to 8.7. So
nice.
Yeah. But don't worry about it. It's fine. Yes. Well, that too, Chris. That too, Chris. And I'm gonna be real with you. This might be my confirmation bias. Amber just seems angry. She just seems like one of those angry people. Like she's a miserable bitch. Like she just literally not know how to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have trouble relaxing.
Yes.
But I still have fun.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, you could just look at the two of them on the stand. This is their time to basically give their side of what happened. Because, I mean, ultimately, a defamation case is, it's a he said, she said argument, essentially. So this is when both of them get to say what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny came across as a sincere bit of a smart aleck, whereas Amber came across as constantly trying to like reword the question so she could then answer it in a way that was beneficial to her, she was weaselly. Like everything is like, it's a yes or no question, just answer it. Yes, and it's exactly like, oh well, no, it's not quite that, and it's
Anyway, back to when he was raping me in a bottle. But your career in Hollywood.
Yeah,
what? I'm sorry, what?
Which had never been mentioned before.
Weird,
It's like, why would you hold that? Why wouldn't you mention that before?
Yeah, it's weird that that's just now coming out.
Yeah, it's like
you didn't go to the hospital. You were bleeding down there.
It was
really.
It was in so deep she wasn't sure if the bottle had broken or not. Well, pretty sure you'd be able to tell if it was broken.
It's like, holy fuck. Okay, no, that's not how any of this works, woman. Like, no.
Yeah.
No. And how dare you potentially like lie to us about rape in order to gain our sympathy? Fuck off.
And
Fuck dare
I
you.
love that Johnny's team brought in her former acting coach that said she always had trouble generating tears on command.
Yeah, it's like she couldn't
Just like how she's clearly trying to be emotional and cry on the stand, and she's not able to do it at all.
No.
Now, in fairness, as also a trained actor, I also really struggled, doing dramatic scenes. I also cannot cry on command.
I believe you could be dramatic, Josh.
But I did not really end up pursuing acting because I knew I had limitations.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of stage fright when it comes to that, so I didn't even try. My shyness was like, fuck that. Let's go do art. Fuck getting on a stage and reading stuff in front of people and trying to like act while I'm doing that. I have literally no desire to do that. I thought about it, and then I was like, no, I like this art thing. This art thing's fun. So, now look at me.
Yep.
I'm still not acting. I'm sitting in front of a camera talking to other humans. It's about the closest I'd get to it.
Both sides did awful things. And yet the court of public opinion has decided Johnny Depp is the victim here, and anyone who isn't 100% team Johnny Depp is taking down the entire Me Too movement by denying that men can be victims of abuse.
That's a slight exaggeration.
But
I think Amber Heard took down the Me Too movement on her own just fine.
And allowing Heard to get away with making false accusations and hurting real abuse victims everywhere.
She did.
She did.
She fucking did.
She absolutely did.
That was one of the most infuriating parts out of all of this. Is she did actually?
She took time and money and resources from actual victims and to benefit herself and give herself attention.
Yeah.
While real victims went ignored. That's what happened.
And on top of that, will probably not be as taken seriously. See, that's what happens when you do this kind of bullshit, is that people, especially a widespread case like this where everyone knows about it, it was like, did you though? Were you actually abused? Or did he just yell at you? It's like,
oh dear God, Adega, that is horrible.
What? Are you crying now? Oh, Josh! Cry now! Shit, man.
It's the buffoonery for me. It's the complete lack of nuance in the public's understanding of, I don't know, human nature, how relationships work.
You're the one not understanding nuance.
Yeah.
The fact that you don't
was abused.
The fact that you don't see that Amber Heard clearly as the liar here, which has been proven by the evidence.
Yes.
The fact that you are cognitively dissident, that you cannot comprehend that she has hurt actual abuse victims because she is not one. That is on Amber. That is telling the truth.
I have something. I have something I'm going to piss y'all off at. I'm going to piss y'all off at the end of this thing. All right, I just saw something in the Big Diminished chat that actually is relevant. I kind of want to talk about it.
Was it her statement after?
And not this person. It's somebody else. Okay. It's something else. And y'all are going to get mad. So we don't really have a what were we calling them? Kind of like something to kind of Make you feel better.
Palate cleanser?
Palate cleanser, thank you. We don't really have one of those. We have something that's going to make y'all even more mad now.
Truly awe-inspiring. And this is a pattern we've seen before, especially in fandoms like Johnny Depp fandom or anti-fandoms, as some people have been calling it, where people just love to hate a certain celebrity and they use another person that celebrity apparently wronged as a validation of their unsubstantiated.
I think I have a right to hate Amber Heard.
She lied. People don't like being lied to.
Lady, she used our gender as a fucking defense of her abusing someone. Fuck off. Yeah, I'm offended, and everyone. Holy shit! Did you lose me for a second?
We did, yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I saw the little thing buffer, and I was like, no.
Yeah, you're back. Yeah, you're back.
I'm back. Yeah.
Just check the YouTubes. Yeah, it looks like we're still going. Yeah, we're still going.
All right. I don't know why that was.
Substantiated hate for this person that they've never met. A recent article in The Atlantic pointed out this pattern in fandom.
Hey, guess what? I never met Adolf Hitler. I've never met Adolf Hitler, but I think I have a right to fucking hate him. I'm just saying,
yeah,
you know.
I have not met. Oh my goodness, and she's gone. Okay. Am I still on the air? I'm not sure. Okay. So
Josh,
there we go. There you're back.
Why are there two of me? What happened? StreamYards is still buffering. The little thing still buffering up there. So I might be fucking nuked anytime. Big sad moment.
Okay, so is your connection stable now, or?
No, it's still spinning. I don't know why. I might refresh it.
Okay.
Captain Boomered it. No, StreamYards boomered it. I didn't do shit, actually.
That's what all the boomers say.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna refresh. I shall be back momentarily.
Okay.
Hopefully. Give me 1 second. All right.
So while I have you all here, be sure to check out Project Storytime. I am going to get back into releasing videos. I have my next script mostly done. I'm just completely grifting until she gets back. This is the grifting hour now. So be sure to check out my channel for reviews of Star Trek movies, video games, readings of poetry, short stories, novels. It's going to happen, and I'm running out of things to say, so I hope she gets back soon. Okay. Wow, this is more B movies. Well, we actually had another plan in store for today, and I found a glorious short for next time, Mark. So there will be more. There will be more. Oh, thank you, Chris. Slay Queen, yes. There you are.
You sound very robot-y. Am I robotic?
You're kind of cutting in and out a little bit, actually.
Okay, now you're good.
There we go. Okay. And I was totally not grifting my channel while you were gone.
You know, I had this playing on my phone, right? Just to make sure everything was okay, because it took longer than I expected.
Oh.
The grifting hour. What is this, like the Age of Ultron? It lasts a few minutes. It's fine now.
Totally not grifting, because I can't grift. My channel's not monetized, so there's that.
Oh, mine's not either. I just have a little tip jar that, whatever. If you donate, I don't care. I mean, I do care. I care very much, but, you don't have to. Oh shit! Let me bring up the thing now. I didn't lose the watch together, so I don't know what happened. That was the weirdest
you sound a lot
thing.
more stable now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. That was the weirdest thing. It needed to refresh, and then my internet was like, "Oh, you want to do refresh? No, not allowed." So I had to click on and off it a few times to try to get it to reconnect for some reason. All right, you ready to be mad? Shall we continue being angry?
Sure.
Yay!
Where fan communities would become obsessed with theories that the male objects of their fandom were the victims of less famous female romantic interests. Benedict Cumberbatch fans thought his wife was part of an international crime ring and that she had faked all her pregnancies. One Direction fans said that Louis was gay in the entertainment industry.
Okay, I think this is not even. I feel
this is not comparable.
This is okay. Benedict Cumberbatch didn't even announce that he was dating someone. And the first time anyone knew he was with someone is when someone found in his local paper they put up that they were married. I remember that because it broke the fucking internet, okay? It's the fucking groupie effect.
Yeah.
It's groupies. That's the issue. Fans of something are not necessarily the same thing as groupies. Groupies, it's like a fucking like do or die obsession. It is insane. Like they literally are fucking insane over it. And it's fucking just frustrating too. Do I enjoy Johnny Depp as an actor? Yeah, I don't think there's anyone who doesn't. He's a household name. Everyone loves him. And we found out that this person who we enjoy as an actor has gone through some serious shit.
Mm-hmm.
And now the person who should be helping them, you know, his wife, which and all like your partner should be helping you through your shit and helping you both become better together than you would be apart. Like you become stronger together, right?
Mm-hmm. Is
now not just abusing him, but enabling his bullshit.
Yes.
Making him worse.
But I mean, but what are you talking about? She testified on the stand that she outside of like 2 or 3 times she did not take any alcohol or drugs while she was in the relationship with Johnny.
Yeah.
No one buys that.
No one fucking buys that. No, first, like I don't believe anything that comes out of her mouth. I would believe a total stranger over Amber Heard because she's a fucking liar. I don't believe anything that she says. Mm-hmm. You know what the worst part is if she actually was abused by him for some fucking reason, decided to not show that, and then decided to press charges, nobody would believe her. By the way, if she gets into another relationship, which I guarantee you she will, and that's an actually abusive relationship, no one's going to believe her.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when you cry wolf. You're just going to be like, oh, sure, right? I'm sure. I'm so sure you're in an abusive relationship. By the way, he already got the offer to do in the Beetlejuice remake, so.
Yep.
Ouch. That's funny.
That's the Babylon Bee.
That's fucking great. Oh my god, that's great. That's amazing. Well done. That's fucking amazing. 10 out of 10 Photoshop. Well done, guys. That's amazing. That's fucking amazing.
industry had forcibly closeted him, and that his ex-girlfriend and the mother of his child was central to the conspiracy. And these fandoms would hyperfixate on every detail, proving their claims by examining hundreds of
You're
photos
talking
and
about
videos.
a few lunatics.
You're talking about the lunatics in the fandom. Believe me, I was a big Tom Hiddleston fan. I have seen them. I have fucking seen them. I have seen some shit.
Yeah. Just
okay.
You just ignore these lunatics.
Anytime that man would tweet, there was at least 50 marriage proposals in his fucking Twitter feed. Like, every fucking time. By the way, I'm pretty sure he wasn't the one tweeting. He probably has somebody that actually does that for him, which made it even funnier.
9 times out of 10, whenever a celebrity tweets, it's usually their handler.
Yeah, so. Yeah, no.
I was thinking that celebrities were offering tiny secret little Easter eggs and hints in every press interview, every photo, every wave of the hand.
Yeah, they're psychotic.
Subject these women.
Yeah, they're fucking psychotic. By the way, people do that with women too.
Yep.
And they do that with guys that aren't even possibly straight.
Remember the crazy Raylos who wanted Adam Driver and
yeah, they tried to split up their actual couple.
They tried to actually they tried to break up 2 marriages so that these 2 people who played pretend would get together.
If they
like
didn't
that is sick.
Like, the way. Yeah, that's disgusting. That's fucking disgusting. So. Ugh. Also, let us not forget.
It's also
K-pop.
not. Yeah.
So.
It's also not new either. As long before the internet was around, celebrities had crazy stalkers. That was always a thing.
Those, didn't he? Didn't he? Right, Josh?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
The memes of destruction. What's going on? We are looking at this lawyer defending Amber Heard and wondering what happened to her chin.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah.
Women to be shaming, slut shaming, and absolutely unhinged criminal accusations.
By the way, men can also be slut shamed.
Yeah.
Because men can be sluts. So.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
Women are seen as glamorous, seductive, malicious, conniving, but also stupid and disgusting. And all the while, these people claim to be.
Are we having a self-report moment?
What is going on with this?
She's gone into a fucking feminist rampage. Hold on a second, guys. We gotta witness this in its entirety. Yeah. Hold on.
Body shaming, slut shaming, and absolutely unhinged criminal accusations. The women are seen as glamorous, seductive, malicious, conniving, but also stupid and disgusting. And all the while, these people claim to be feminists, saying that it's the woman who's setting women's rights back and making everyone look bad. My friends, this is the patriarchy at work.
I didn't get to this part. Dear God. I sure can pick them. Holy shit.
I'm sorry. I might have just had a brain aneurysm.
You want me to roll back again?
No!
Yes. Rolling back again. The whole rant.
Offering tiny secret little Easter eggs and hints in every press interview, every photo, every wave of the hand. And these fans subject these women to body shaming, slut shaming, and absolutely unhinged criminal accusations. The women are seen as glamorous, seductive, malicious, conniving, but also stupid and disgusting. And all the while, these people claim to be feminists, saying that it's the woman who's setting women's rights back and making everyone look bad. My friends, this is the patriarchy at work. Society is quicker to say a woman is a liar and a man is the victim than they are to believe women as a general rule. And while
the fuck is she talking about?
I've watched it 3 times now, and I don't think I got any more information out of it.
That
what? I agree.
Setting a brave Megatron. Fuck yeah to the patriarchy.
Oh, yeah. Patriarchy. Ah, yes, the patriarchy. Ah, yes.
Oh, my God.
I would actually argue that viewing men's claims of domestic abuse and domestic violence as being on equal footing to that of women is actually a step in direction as far as equality goes.
Yeah.
What she's talking about. Yeah. Objection, relevance.
So when people like this always argue that our legal system has never, been beneficial to women, Lizzie Borden was acquitted.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. You're right.
Because they believed women could not commit such a huge act of violence like that. So she was acquitted.
No, Elizabeth Bathory? She only bathed in the blood of young women. That's fine. That's a normal Tuesday for all of us. It's fine. They're just innocent little fucking things. It's fine. It's not like all humanity of whatever, either gender, sex, whatever the fuck you want to say. All of humanity as a whole has the capacity to be assholes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just not. It's fine. Karen's having a temper tantrum. Head up ass syndrome. Yeah, yes. Synoptic failure. I can do it again for you, Mark, if you want to go through it again. But I have a feeling we're just now getting into the meat potatoes of the video. I can't believe I managed to skip over this part. But I'm kind of glad y'all got to view it with me in real time. That's kind of...
And while saying she's the liar who's hurting women and victims everywhere, they also lob every weapon the patriarchy has ever used to keep women down at her. Bird's being called a whore, a gold digger,
she is correct.
Crazy bitch, manipulative, a monster,
correct,
a Karen,
yes, a Karen, bipolar. She is, yeah, she's all of those.
She's literally bipolar.
Literally, is diagnosed medically. Not by WebMD, but by an actual psychiatrist.
She is diagnosed with a personality disorder.
Yeah. Also, her being bipolar actually makes everything make way more sense. Undiagnosed bipolar or unmedicated bipolar people. Their manic episodes, when they go off the handle, holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. That's one of those you need to be on medication for. All right. If you don't want to be on medication for your ADD, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? Fine. Chris, you can generally control that. Bipolar's not one of those. Same thing with schizophrenia. That's not one of those you can control, really, because it's a very deep.
And Chris wants to submit something into evidence.
See, Captain ZM. I just saw the red dot pop up. Hold on. Oh no, I lost the thingy that I was on. Hold on, I gotta do another tab.
Hashtag blame Eris.
No. Sent photo. Hold on. There you go.
Wow.
No, I'm not saying use it as a character attack. She is saying that, they're calling her bipolar as if that isn't a character attack in and of itself. If she is unmedicated and she has bipolar disorder, it explains a lot of her behavior. Because it is kind of hard to explain her behavior if there is not something else going on with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
On a generally speaking, people don't generally do what she did. There is something that needs some kind of I don't want to say fixing. That's not the correct word. She needs help, is what I'm getting at.
Yes.
And do I blame her for having bipolar? No, I don't.
No.
It's like
No,
you
'cause-
couldn't blame me for having ADD and depression. Like that's not fair. Like I didn't ask for that. She didn't ask
Right.
for that. But to act as though
But there are ways to treat it.
yeah, and if she's not getting it treated, that's not okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is hurting people around her. If that is the case.
Okay. So
and that's very irresponsible.
Because all right, there is another celebrity that I know has a bipolar disorder, Catherine Zeta-Jones. And
yes.
yet you never hear of any huge outbreaks because she is very vigilant in making sure it's under control.
Mm-hmm.
I remember she went to a psych ward a couple years ago, and the press was like, oh, what's she going into the psych ward for? It's like she's
probably
bipolar.
Because she wants to get fucking help, guys. I don't know. Maybe leave her alone. Jesus Christ.
That's exactly what it was. Like the medications that she was taking, she was starting to build up a tolerance. They weren't effective, so she needed to kind of recalibrate. That's what happens to people who have bipolar.
Yes.
You eventually build up a tolerance to the medication, so you need to get new ones. That's how it works.
I've known people who have bipolar, and
so do I.
witnessed manic episodes, and even medicated. I've witnessed manic episodes. You need someone that cares, and you need to care too, quite fucking frankly. If you do not give a shit about your mental health, you are potentially putting other people in danger, and that's not fucking cool. Like, you don't have the right to be that irresponsible with yourself to not get medicated. And there is an argument to be made that sometimes you can't afford the medication. And that's fucked up because sometimes you'll get homeless. Homeless people will become homeless because of that. That's really fucked up. And we still, as a country, haven't quite gotten to the point that we have had a serious conversation about mental health. We haven't gotten to that point yet. Really, we've made progress, but we really haven't sat down and had the talk as a country, right?
Mm-hmm. It's not like our politicians are in pharmaceutical companies' pockets. Why would that be the case?
Fucking it's fine or whatever.
That's totally not happening.
Yeah, it's okay to ask for help. Yeah, but I have an issue with someone if she knows she has bipolar, which there is a chance she didn't. But you also know when there's something wrong. And the people around you will tell you if something's going on. And it's highly irresponsible to not take care of yourself. Especially with people. If you're like with someone, if you have kids, even more so. You know, it's irresponsible. She has the money. She can't afford to go get help. I don't think she has chose to do that. It's not fair. It is her body, her choice. To an extent, that is true. But not if she is harming others. What say you, Josh? Josh, did I die or did you die?
No, I'm here.
Okay. He does not want to talk about the serious topic anymore.
Actually, I was a little distracted. I was wondering why the hell Harvey Weinstein is trending.
Oh, dear God. You went on Twitter on purpose. Oh, no.
Basically, people are, bitching about how, because of this verdict, that means that people can be sued by for talking out, and like the same people who are like talking about that were the ones who were actively protecting Harvey Weinstein.
Yes.
It's like, shut up.
So fun.
So, sorry, I got a little distracted.
You're fine. I was just that it's her body, her choice. That is true to an extent, unless that person is harming others, in my opinion. or themselves. I think there's actually like a thing where if a psychologist, psychiatrist thinks that you are harm to yourself or others, don't they like involuntary check you into a psychiatric ward or something?
That can be the case.
I feel like that's not done very often anymore because of the implications from the past about that, and that was kind of an abuse of power.
Yeah. I believe it's also I forget who
Thank
it
you.
was.
There we go. That was a nice way to put that. It's actually a perfect way to put that.
Yes, I agree.
Yes. If you want to fuck yourself up in your own house by yourself, you don't have any pets, you have no one else, right? That is your prerogative, right? You want to get drunk? You want to drink all fucking damn day from morning to night for like a full month? That is your prerogative. But the second you walk out of that house and get in that car, I have an issue.
Yes.
You are no longer, even the second you walk out of that house, I have an issue. Because you could potentially hurt somebody. You are no longer in the confines of your own house. So, yeah, no. Actively protecting Halloween, let's say like 90. Yeah, it's weird how that happens. You want to talk about a male power. You want to talk about the patriarchy. Look no further than Hollywood, actually.
Yep.
Funny how that goes. The people who lecture me about the patriarchy are the people who are constantly doing it. Initiation of violence against another is a violation of non-aggression protect. You're a libertarian. That makes total sense to me. I dabble in the I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm like more centrist than anything.
I'm definitely in the category of I hate all political affiliations.
Yes, if I had to pick like one, it's like I'm kind of in the middle. A lot of the time.
I'm a decent shade of purple, but our whole country is either the people running the country are hard blue or hard red.
It's very annoying. Yes.
It's like what happened to like normal people?
Yeah, it's very annoying.
Yeah.
Libertarian, I dabble in the libertarian take. When it comes to individual rights, for the most part, I get that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am definitely a proponent of oh god, what's it called?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Self-reliance. The less the government does for me, the better I am.
Exactly.
Polar. Don't even get me started about the history of using mental illness to control women. Memes.
They've controlled men too. Have you seen any of those documentaries about reporters going into fucking asylums? There was a good mix in there of men and women, by the way.
Yeah. Mental institutions from like the 50s and 60s were horrifying places.
Dear God, literally horror movies. Okay. Literally IRL horror movies. That's what they were. Anybody who was a fucking burden would be dropped off. And then they were overpopulated, overwhelmed, and they couldn't take care of anyone. And you would, it was awful. It was fucking, I've watched a few of those documentaries, and Jesus Christ. Like, I couldn't imagine going to work every day and dealing with human beings like that. Like, I don't think I could ever do something like that.
Right. Well, and then speaking on the whole mental health issue.
You're yellow? Oh my god. I thought you were purple, though. I thought that was a Decepticon color. Was purple. Is it not?
Yeah.
What's up, Megatron? Are we changing colors now?
Did you assume his color?
I did assume your color. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah.
But like, I remember people like wondering why have like the number of people with autism have just skyrocketed in the last 20, 25 years. It's like because we're
Must
better
be
at
the water. It's like, no.
we're better at diagnosing it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
These people who had autism were always around, but they were ignored for the longest time because there wasn't much we could do for them.
Yeah.
We live in a different time now.
Yeah. It's not that there were more. We just know how to diagnose them better. Actually, you said that exactly. Yeah. I just repeated what you said, but I said it, so it means something different.
Ah, that's fair.
Yes. Yeah. So, because I'm a woman.
Women
Apparently
power.
that means something. That's what I'm being told in this video.
That's a fair point, Spike and Madness.
Better or used as a crutch?
I mean, we are better at treating some mental illnesses, but but people in authority will always use anything to further their own power and their own means. That will always happen.
Yeah, because they have power, they want to continue having it.
And they want more.
Yeah. It's an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow is a good color. Trying to figure out why he's yellow. Oh, fuck. I fucking assumed it's gender. God damn it. No. I feel like I'm having a compound cancellation.
Oh, no.
It's a combo move. No.
Teams claiming to show her doing cocaine while testifying on the stand. TikTok saying Depp should have killed her. And if this is what's being posted publicly...
Okay, I'm sorry. If you're taking anything that's being said on TikTok as like a legitimate stance, then I got some news from you.
Because I know the moment that they're referring to. Because after her first day of testimony, when she was clearly not able to cry, during her second day of testimony, she took a handkerchief and put it by her nose, and she actually did manage to cry after that. And mostly morons on TikTok were speculating she's doing cocaine on the stand. Like, no.
I thought she was using something. There's some kind of like smelling salt.
That's the more reasoned explanation. I
thought that was the theory. We have no idea.
And again, she actually might have been able to generate tears for that, but given her performance on the first day, it seems unlikely. So they were able to. The speculation is she put something on the handkerchief. That's some sort of irritant in order to help her cry.
Yeah, like an onion.
Yeah, onion powder or some sort of maybe petroleum jelly on it, something.
Snorting onion powder. That's what she was doing. That's the new theory. We're just gonna combine two and just roll with
There
it.
we go. She's on the onion powder.
Shit about onion. That OP. Oh my god.
Publicly on social media, I cannot imagine the level of hatred and death threats she's receiving personally. This is why people don't report abuse. Intentionally false accusations of relationship violence are exceedingly rare.
But this is one of them.
This is one of those, though.
That's the thing.
Yeah, you know what's weird is that it seems to be more often than not that, like, especially like acts of sexual violence seem to be mostly faked by women. Anyway, just a fun fact. Yeah.
Because why the hell would you open up this level of scrutiny against yourself, your life, your choices, and how you respond?
She didn't. Johnny sued her.
Yes. Which
she didn't have a choice in that matter, by the way.
And here's the thing. Because she countersued, that's what opened her up.
Yeah. She's an idiot. So
it's like, oh, you're gonna sue me? Well, I'm gonna countersue you back. Ha ha. But because she countersued, that's what opened her up. if she had not countersued, they could have just completely maintained freedom of speech, and she probably would have gotten the case dismissed. But because she countersued, that's what enabled, and she made all these accusations in her counterclaim of, she now suffers PTSD from all the abuse that she suffered. That's what opened her up to being psychologically evaluated.
She is a fucking idiot. I'm sorry.
Yes.
She was. That was some of the dumbest shit ever. And anyone who had a halfway decent PR team would never have fucking dealt with that. I understand why she fired her PR team.
During the trial, yes.
Yeah, because dear fucking God, the incompetency. Also, I saw the, there was one where apparently they took a picture, she posed. I actually saw that, debunked. So, I actually saw that claim debunked. And it's because there was something on the screen that was happening, and she paused, and it looked like a flash. But there was, if you go over and you see the whole area, you can see that it flashed on Johnny's screen too at the exact same time, so it wasn't a camera flash. So, fun fact.
And Chris, I would disagree with that because they kept referencing that umbrella guy. Amber's team could not let it go.
No, they said bad. He said bad things. Oh my God.
And oh my God, has he just benefited so much from all that? The amount of subscribers he has gotten since they name dropped him has just good for Tug.
Big, massive facts. I'm proud of him. I'm very proud of Tug. I am.
My favorite part, though, because the auto generated closed captionings that they were using, it was not that accurate. One of them said he referred to him as that umbrella god.
He is an umbrella god. Oh my God, the god of the umbrellas.
It's like, well, Tug, we know what your next comic book should be called.
That umbrella god.
That umbrella god.
Yes. Yes, I am the umbrella god. Yes. Indeed. Yes.
You responded to or didn't respond to the abuse as it was happening. Because if you're not a perfect victim, especially if you're a woman, because let's be honest, if the gender roles were reversed in this case, Heard may be canceled, but the level of hatred would not be this intense. And
it was, though.
Continue that argument. Continue that argument. If you flip the genders and look at what she had, what is admitted to in text messages and in recordings of what she says to Johnny, and flip the genders, and you mean to tell me that she would not have been canceled? That person would not be vilified for how horrible and abusive their behavior was?
If Johnny Depp actually did abuse her, I'm pretty sure people would have thought that he abused her. Like, do you know how hard it is for men to come forward and actually admit that something has happened?
Extremely difficult.
Our society views it as, oh my God, a weak woman beat you up. What a pussy. That's how they view it. And it's disgusting.
And the thing is, that's not just society. That's also just how men think.
Yeah, that's what society encourages men to think too. It's the worst fucking thing.
Yeah, men do not come forward with abuse issues because you're the man. You're not supposed to suffer abuse.
Yeah, you're supposed to be the big, strong man.
Exactly.
You're not supposed to be able to be beat up by that little woman, you know? Ironically, the negative views of male domestic abuse is actually like the most patriarchal thing I've ever fucking heard of in modern society, okay? This idea that women are incapable of abusing men because they're so fucking weak is super patriarchal as like a thought process. Are you a human being? Is that a human being? You can abuse that human being. Okay? I don't give a fuck what your gender is.
I can?
Not legally. You can't do
Oh.
that. No. You're not allowed to. I'm just saying, like,
you just gave me permission to. Now I'm
I
getting
did not, you fucker.
I'm getting confused. I'm getting mixed signals, Eris.
No. God damn it. I'm distracted by chai, fuck. I totally just blanked on your name. Chi. Is it Chi? C-H-E? Is that Chi? Chai? Chi? Che? Help me. Josh, help me. I'm floundering.
Is it Lija? Lija?
No, C-H-E. C-H-E. How do I say the name C-H-E?
Che.
Che. Thank you. Okay. I said Amika cream, and I read that as ice cream, and now I want ice cream. Okay, I'm very distracted. All right, pick one. I will pick all. I will pick all of them. You can't make me. I'm suck at names. I'm sorry.
And the male version of Heard in this hypothetical scenario would probably go on to win an Oscar next year. So if you're not the perfect victim because you did something wrong, you fought back, you're an imperfect person.
Is she just ignoring the fact that Johnny has not had a major role for 6 years?
Yeah, when's the last time you heard him in fucking as an actor? It was the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie, or either the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie, or the stupid fucking Grindelwald bullshit.
Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think that might have been it. There you go, Captain. Thank you, Chris. You're so nice. What is this perfect? The perfect victim is apparently someone who I ain't do nothing wrong, sir. I just loved him too hard. That was my crime. Like that's apparently the perfect victim. It's like, no. That's not the case. No one's perfect. So I don't assume that anyone's going to be perfect. There you go. I don't know why anyone would assume that.
Yeah.
An awfully patriarchal stance that you're taking. That he obviously didn't abuse her because she's a woman. Oh, she might have pushed him. You are not the fucking Amber Heard in your relationship. You were the Johnny Depp. It's fucking frustrating that you can't see that.
Yeah.
Maybe talk to your fucking psychiatrist about it.
And again, she's flat
in the
out,
world,
Sorry, go ahead.
And again, she's also admitted that she hasn't actually, she's only watched like snippets and gotten, little bits of their testimony. She hasn't actually watched the trial. Because,
or at least enough.
I mean, did I watch every single second of this trial? No, but I watched.
No,
I watched a lot of it. I watched quite a bit of it, and it's clear as day. Amber is lying throughout the entire thing. Her testimonies consistently don't add up.
Yes.
Every available insult at you to get you to shut up. Because as a social group, humans are fucking idiots. Incapable of detecting nuance or understanding.
Yes. Generally speaking, if you put a bunch of humans together, two things are either going to happen. They're going to become incredibly efficient and incredibly brilliant, or they're going to devolve into cavemen. All right? There is no gray area, generally speaking, when it comes to putting humans in a group together.
I mean, when it really breaks down, what is society? It's a bunch of agreed upon rules on how humans should act in order to function as a group of people.
Yes, to continue existing.
Yes, because if everyone did their own thing all the time, it would all be chaos.
Yeah. We don't like that at Eris of Chaos. That's why anarchists are fucking cringe, in my opinion. It's like, it literally won't work.
Yeah.
We tried that, and then a bunch of people died, and it doesn't work. So,
standing that there's a lot that can't be known or found out by doing independent true crime internet sleuthing and thinking you're fucking Sherlock Holmes. And here's what this means for victims of abuse.
But they're
fewer
smarter than
victims will
you.
come forward.
a lot more men will come forward and talk about it, and that's a win for everyone. There we go.
Yeah.
I changed it to what you're about to fucking say, which is really dumb. So,
especially if they haven't been perfect during the course of their relationship with the abuser. Abusers will feel emboldened to launch defamation lawsuits against the victim because
has there been a smear campaign made against them? Because if that's the case,
Yeah,
you can't just willy-nilly go and fucking file for a defamation suit. That is not how are you a lawyer? How?
Freedom of speech does not give you the right to actively lie about someone to destroy their livelihood. Freedom of speech does not cover that. That's what defamation is. If what you say about someone is factually true, then you're not defaming them because what you're saying happened. How are you a lawyer?
I don't know. I'm actually blown away. How are you a successful lawyer?
His high-profile cases and the related media frenzy paint the picture that false accusations are common and have to be.
Okay. I have not really seen a big publication be anti-Amber Heard during this whole fucking thing. Not really.
No.
Maybe a couple. But for the most part, they've all been pro-Amber Heard.
Pretty much.
Why is it Johnny's fault that people are going to start viewing that they're going to not take domestic abuse cases as seriously? That sounds like the person who actually fucking didn't domestically abused and taken seriously. Like,
and the yeah. Also, she's also completely overlooking. Okay, so she's talking about the evidence and how this will embolden actual abusers to sue. Okay, no, it won't, because it's stay with me on this here, you fat thing, whatever you are.
Wow, fat thing. Oh my god, defamation.
Oh my goodness. No, the truth is an accurate defense for defamation.
Oh, you're sure. I can't argue with that.
But she's overlooking that okay, I need to hear what she said again. Just bring it back a little bit.
Be my guest.
Okay.
Emboldened to launch defamation lawsuits against the victim because high-profile cases and the related media frenzy paint the.
Okay, right there.
There you go.
That's wrong.
It's wrong? Are you saying a woman's wrong?
I am. I'm saying this. I'm saying this fat thing is wrong. Because I'm not going to declare this. I'm not going to declare this person as a woman. I'm not a biologist.
That's true. Those are massive facts that we have to recognize.
Yeah, she's just a fat thing to me.
Damn.
Anyway, the pursuing media frenzy. Okay, that's not going to happen with just average cases.
There we go.
With a bunch of with just average. That's not going to happen to just regular people. This was noteworthy because it was Johnny Depp.
Yes,
but also, and this is something Amber's lawyers love to point out, they did not want TV cameras in that courtroom, and they're saying how much of a big media frenzy it was.
Yeah, of course it was. Who doesn't love tea?
The thing is, though, one, we as the American people have a right to view public cases. That is our right as American citizens.
Yep. Yep. We
So,
can do that.
sorry. But second, it is, as many other people have pointed out, in cases of abuse, abusers want to keep things quiet. It's the abused that want everything out in the open. So the fact that Johnny was the one that wanted the cameras and Amber is the one that wanted things closed tells you something. And she's completely ignoring that. Which, as a victim of abuse herself, shouldn't she admit, or at least understand, that you want your voice out there? And that means going public with everything, which is exactly what Johnny did.
You have a point, Josh, but you know, who the fuck cares? It's patriarchy. You know what I mean? Like,
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's kind of irrefutable, you know. I just wanted to lay that down.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to let bloated Emma Frost be my lawyer then. Damn, bloated Emma Frost.
Shit. That was devastating. Oh, oof. Oof. Big oof. Massive oof.
Paint the picture that false accusations are common and have to be rooted out at all costs. Any abuser.
False accusation should be rooted out at all costs.
Okay, here's the thing. Wow, what a picture what a pause picture you got on her.
My pause game is on fucking point. Hells yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. All accusations should be taken seriously and investigated.
Correct.
Every single accusation. Yes. But when it comes out that it's clearly someone's a lying hoe like Amber Turd, they should be publicly ridiculed and dismissed.
Yes.
And that's what's happened.
That. Yes. It's actually, justice has been served. I fucking tweeted that out the day it happened. Justice has been served. It has. Fuck you for trying to pretend that you were abused for money. Because you were butthurt that he didn't want anything to do with you anymore. Fuck off.
There you are, Ram Bam.
Oh my god. Ram Bam is in the chat. Oh my god. No. She lives in a world where guilty is proved innocent, which is fucking bizarre. And it's even worse because after hearing her anecdote about her abuse situation, I have no idea how she managed to come out on Amber Heard's side, unless it's just because she's a woman.
So far, she hasn't said anything to lead me to believe anything other than that.
She has tried to say that she's not on his side, but then is like very obviously on Amber Heard's side.
Yeah.
I'm mad that people don't agree with me just because like Amber Heard has a vag. Lady, I would never, ever, like, make someone just their genitals and just look at them as if that is their only meaningful. Like, I will put my entire life's effort behind you because you have a vagina. Like, I will not do that. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what you have down there. I don't care. That does not matter to me. I want to know what the truth is. That's what I'm after. Is the truth. So,
yes.
Your badge has nothing to do with the truth. Yeah, you can quote me on that.
It's not. When it comes to court cases, it should not be. It should not be, support the patriarchy no matter what. It should not be believe all women. It should be believe the evidence.
Big facts, Ram Bam. Big facts. And then also, only the online perception of the case. That should be extremely telling right there. as far as that goes. So, can you imagine a lawyer fighting for their client solely based on what Twitter said?
Shockingly, I can, because again, Tug was mentioned by name by Amber Heard's team in this trial multiple times.
That's so bizarre to me.
The best was when they had the hotel manager that Amber claimed, Johnny just completely trashed in a drunken rage.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually brought in, and Johnny's team. So Johnny's team brought in the former manager of the place, and said, "No, the only thing broken was a wall-mounted lamp that cost $63." Like that,
which
that
is
was
literally fucking pennies to Johnny. Okay.
Yeah. So, like Amber Heard testified that they went to this place and he destroyed the hotel room, and that's not what happened. By the
lamp was destroyed. The whole hotel room had to be replaced because that lamp was destroyed.
So the manager of the place was like, "Yeah, that didn't happen."
I don't know what you're talking about.
Amber Heard's team was like, "You have been in contact with that umbrella guy, haven't you?" What? What are you talking about?
Who the fuck is that?
Because he happened to respond to one of Tug's tweets that he just happened to see. They tried to paint it as, "You reached out to the head of Johnny's social media campaign." Like, what are you talking about, lady?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
Justice for Bob the Lamp. Big facts. Bob the Lamp. Poor Bob. Oh, the tragedy. You wouldn't base choices purely on the genitalia of an individual, Captain. Clearly, you cannot be a third going in on the floor. Yeah, I don't fucking know how there's still feminism happening. If anything, feminism should be fighting for the getting people to take men seriously as abuse victims, because it's supposed to be about the equality between them.
Yes.
User with the means to do so can use the threat of a defamation lawsuit to further control their victims.
They can't, because if they haven't been defamed or smeared, then they can't have a defamation suit.
Yes. Again, if Amber had not, if Amber had not countersued, this wouldn't have happened at all. The case would have likely been dismissed.
If I order a Mexican pizza with fucking sour cream on the side, all right, and I don't get sour cream, I cannot be like, defamation suit, see you in court, to the fucking drive-thru lady, okay? I have been wronged. You have defamed me and my Mexican pizza. You shall die now. Like, no. I can't just defame. Somebody called me a fucking bitch on Twitter. Defamation suit. Defamation suits aren't. You can't just fucking throw them at people. There is a clear, established. There's certain things that have to happen. In fact, you could argue that if Amber didn't fucking write that article, this wouldn't have happened.
Right.
But she did. She went and wrote a whole ass fucking article. And it was defamation. It was a smear campaign. There are certain things that have to be established before you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you try to charge somebody and there is nothing to hold that charge together, if that somehow miraculously enters into the courtroom, the judge is gonna fucking laugh you out of the fucking courtroom. But what? There's nothing here. Why is this person even being charged? Case dismissed. Next? Like, what is this? What the fuck's a Mexican pizza? Mexican pizza from Taco Bell is the best fucking thing that they got rid of because they were concerned with the environment. And then they brought it back in the exact same containers that they canceled it for. I know, because I've had like 10 since it came out. It's my favorite thing from Taco Bell.
I was gonna say, like, of all things, that's a bit
No,
extreme.
of Taco Bell. I have to be very specific.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A chocolate fondue fountain is pretty fucking great. Okay. I think that pizza Mexican pizza. I'll be honest with you.
I don't know, Chris. I'm just kind of nodding my head at the moment.
Mexican pizza is a real thing. How dare y'all? We are taking it aside. Yes, objection, relevance, denied. Yes, my brain is completely. Now I want one of these. I am totally fucking. Hold on. There we go.
No, I think it's more of a Taco Bell thing because I never heard of it either, Chris.
This is Texas pizza. They're the best. There's not an ounce of it because that is good for you, but it doesn't matter because you're at Taco Bell. You're not looking to eat healthy if you're at Taco Bell. Mexican pizza. Yum. It's ground beef, refried beans between these two.
Is
like,
it
crispy...
really ground beef?
I'm not asking questions. That's what it says on the thing. And it's two crispy flour things. It tastes good. That's all I really give a shit about. And then it's like this salsa, and then you put tomatoes and cheese on top. In this picture, it's not melted, but whenever I get it, it's melted. The cheese is melted. It makes it all gooey. You pull it apart. It's all cheesy. Yum, yum, yum. I live in Texas. I eat Tex-Mex, but I love Taco Bell. I'm a fucking gamer. What do you want from me? Okay, I surrender. I understand. Pizza is not an option, but that's neither a taco nor a pizza. It's alright. Taco Bell has breakfast too for some fucking reason.
Like breakfast burritos, right? Because that makes some sense to me.
Okay, Taco Bell. I've never had their breakfast because it looks disgusting.
It's Taco Bell.
They take a waffle, and they fold it up as if a taco, and then they fill it like a breakfast burrito. That just sounds gross.
Ew.
Right? Thank you. Yeah. I refuse. That's not a pizza. That's a sandwich designed by Mexicans. I'm gonna have to. I already exited out of the tab. I would have brought that up. God damn it. Well, I love it. It's my favorite thing, and they got rid of it, and they brought it back, and I'm very happy. So good. I love. Emma Frost saying that's another good one. I love the Mexican pizza.
Oh, what was the other one he called her?
I don't know.
Emma Frosted Flakes.
Yes, that's also funny. All right, guys, we got 3 minutes left, and then we can go eat food.
And they can go through with the defamation lawsuit, which then makes their relationship drag on for years, even after they separate, and can ruin the victim's reputation and cost the victim tens of thousands of dollars in attorney's fees. Even for abusers who don't have the means.
Whose fault is that for charging him so much? If you want to be an advocate for justice.
Yeah.
Many people are just terrified at the thought of any legal action and may not understand that the person making the threat doesn't actually have the means to make good on that threat, especially if the victim is an immigrant or someone who has a heightened fear of getting involved in the U.S. legal system.
We're talking about very specific things that has absolutely nothing to do with
That has nothing to do with Amber Heard. She's from Texas.
And, by the way, I know, it's a fucking tragedy.
Well, Austin, which I think explains
really
a lot.
Count as Texas. Doesn't really count. That is the correct response. What? Like, this is just a rabbit hole from hell, isn't it?
None of what you're saying has anything to do with this case, which I would think when you make a video that says in defense of Amber Heard, you would stick to the defense of Amber Heard, not a hypothetical situation involving an immigrant.
Yeah, you have to prove defamation before you can charge somebody with it. You can't just charge somebody. Like, I couldn't charge Josh with murder. Like, I couldn't
That
press
you know of.
charges against him that I'm aware of. Because he hasn't murdered anyone that I'm aware of. I can't, and unless I have evidence.
I'm gonna sue you for defamation, Harris.
I said that I'm not aware of. I use my weasel words. I know my rights.
Suggesting I haven't murdered anyone, I'm offended.
That's
a joke.
That I have.
Mama Susan, that's a joke.
Oh no. Mama Susan, no.
Abusers can also capitalize on the fact that relationship abuse is murky. Victims are imperfect, and no one besides the couple themselves can truly know what happened behind closed doors.
Unless it's all exposed out in the fucking courtroom for everyone to see, like in the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case.
Where we have several audio clips of Amber just sounding like an unhinged, deranged maniac.
Yeah.
And openly mocking someone who's trying to simply leave.
Oh my god, you're leaving! How? What a wimp! What a fucking pussy! And it's just like, yeah, I just don't want to be around you right now, and I don't want to fight, so I'm just gonna leave. That's actually a really smart thing.
Yeah, it's
precedent because of what happened with him and his mom. So,
Ram Bam, I believe that is the case. Austin is notorious. Austin is notoriously very, very crazy.
Yeah, they had a whole campaign, Keep Austin Weird. I think they succeeded. I'm not kidding. I still see those shirts to this day.
How close is Houston to Austin?
2.5 hours.
Okay.
Agreed, Chris.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Hey, leave me out of this, Spike. This was Eris's find.
I did. I actually found this morning. So, yeah. It's where Funimation is set up at. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, the headquarters of Funimation is in Austin. Yeah.
That explains a lot.
I'm pretty sure Rooster Teeth is in Austin, too. I'm pretty sure. It used to be, at least. I don't remember. It's like the beginning of, like
all the companies are getting bought up by Sony. Because they can't make it on their own anymore.
Yeah.
Or the nature of the relationship and the power dynamics that played a part in the abuse. Proving emotional abuse and coercion in court can be extremely difficult. There's rarely a smoking gun, and the abuse can be subtle, pervasive, and long-term in a way that can't be communicated in court. So the victim can come forward about being abused, and the abuser can sue them for defamation, and if the victim can't come forward with some smoking gun evidence...
Okay.
You're a lawyer. Shouldn't you understand how difficult defamation cases actually are to win?
They're very easy to lose. That's why this was such a big deal. God.
And again, like I have said, the fact that she countersued was the dumbest move she could have made. Because their argument was this isn't defamation because Amber has a First Amendment right to speak her opinions, which she does. And if they had just kept it to a First Amendment argument instead of trying to argue how much of an abuser Johnny was when there's simply not any evidence for it, they were, well, she's clearly lying.
Yeah.
That's why they found for Johnny.
You are right. It is hard to do defamation correctly. You are also right. It is hard for domestic abuse cases to be, like, properly filed. Not properly filed, but properly done, because it's going to be a lot of he said, she said. There's a lot of he said, she said in there.
Yes.
Okay. And it is very common for the abuse victim to recant and just be like, nah, it's fine. Don't even worry about it. And drop the charges.
I mean, in the audio clips themselves, flat out have Amber saying, "I didn't punch you, I hit you."
Yeah, that's different.
That's abuse. You are acknowledging you have hit this person. I don't care if your hand was in a fist, thus therefore making it an actual punch, or if you're just slapping him really hard. That's still abuse. Either way.
Yeah. I'm gonna eat Taco Bell after this.
Photos of physical injuries, medical reports, etc. They could be subject to huge damages that they then have to pay their own abuser. And abusers can also capitalize on the fact that society fucking hates women and revels in.
Oh dear God!
I think that just broke me. I think that broke me. Did y'all hear that? That was.
Oh my God!
I think that just broke me. Holy
fuck! Have you ever, lady? Have you ever looked at the differences between when a man and a woman are fighting over custody for a child? How disproportionate the courts favor the woman?
Loki told the story about what happened with him and one of his exes.
Mm-hmm.
He fucking defended himself and got put into jail because they refused to put the woman in jail. So, yeah, no, that's fine. But that's fine. No, wait, society hates women. That's why I'm a successful lawyer.
Mm-hmm. And so when I worked at Walmart, which I don't recommend to people.
On purpose?
I did. I needed a job.
God, you poor man. You poor
when
fucks.
When I worked at Walmart, again, I don't recommend that to anybody. One of the guys at our store had went through a very, very ugly divorce where she just up and left, leaving him with their 2 kids.
Damn.
Now, you want to tell me now, and he had to go through court in order to get her to pay the child support because she wasn't doing anything. She didn't want custody of the kids. She wanted to.
I have birthed these 2 things. They are yours now. Bye-bye.
Essentially. That's now. I mean, they were slightly older. Like one was about to turn 18. I think.
And then she decided. Really, you were at the finish line and you bounced. Are you kidding me?
I guess it was some sort of midlife crisis or something. But she just up and left her whole family. Found some rich.
The sexy Mexican bartender.
Found some rich. Basically found some rich guy.
I was joking.
No. You were actually really close. Found some rich guy. She found some rich guy and started dating him before her divorce was finalized and all that. And wanted nothing.
Like a fucking bad soap opera.
And wanted absolutely nothing to do with the 2 kids.
They're gonna have mommy issues for the rest of their existence. Hold on.
Probably. Now, because she left and didn't even dispute custody, the father had custody, she had to pay child support.
Yeah.
She went almost a year of not paying anything before the courts finally mandated, okay, you're subject to pay child support. So your paychecks are now going to be looked at and garnished, and her wages garnished for child support because she wasn't paying anything.
For a year?
For a year.
Oh, she'll do it eventually. It's fine. It's fine.
Reverse the roles. Courts do not act that slowly if it's the other way around.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Yeah. And the guy can be as fucking like the best father ever, and she can be the worst mother ever. And for the most part, women will get custody of the children. It's very hard for men to get custody of the children if they're both fighting for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking disgusting. There you go, feminists. There's something for you to work on for equality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, and I forgot this little part of the story. So because she was dating a really, really rich guy, he refused to marry her because then he would be subject to paying her child support, and he didn't want anything to do with that, and ended up dumping her.
That's amazing, actually.
It's
well
like,
done.
Yes.
Yes. Karma, you beautiful bitch. I love the way that you work. Oh, I admire her. A true artist, I will tell you that.
And any opportunity to tear them down using every weapon in the patriarchy playbook. And you see this being used.
Yes, the
my
abused
God.
Johnny Depp was definitely using the patriarchy.
What?
The man
We
was
got
abused.
a snort.
The man was abused, and you're talking about how society hates women and the patriarchy rules everything. I don't understand. I just... Oh, fuck. I need something. I don't know what I need, but I need something.
Time and famous men after they've been credibly accused by sometimes multiple women. Harvey Weinstein said his accusers were liars motivated by fame and money.
Oh, fuck off. You are not comparing Harvey Weinstein to Johnny Depp.
Harvey Weinstein was easily the most powerful man in Hollywood, and he spent decades in his role. Like, oh, you want to get that part? Sleep with me.
Yep.
And
Casting
he did
couch.
that. He ran the casting couch for a very, very long time before he was finally called out on it. And even though Hollywood likes to pretend how they didn't know, everyone knew, because the casting couch is nothing new. I have seen movies from the 1950s about the casting couch in Hollywood. It's not a new thing.
It's very well known. Everyone knows it. Pretty much everyone's been on it too. So
I hope that thing's been fumigated.
They should just burn it.
Yeah. But no, let's have his personal assistant create a Star Wars show, because someone who knows about sex crimes would be able to do that.
Yeah, Star Wars, sex crimes, same thing. Yeah, it's whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
And money. Bill Cosby did the same. Hell, one of Harvey Weinstein's lawyers was Lisa Bloom, a woman who's made a name for herself as a victim's advocate.
Fun fact, keep that name in mind just remember that. Remember Lisa Bloom as a name.
Who allegedly told Weinstein how to discredit his victims because even she knows it's an effective tactic. Woody Allen said his daughter's molestation allegations were a bid by his vengeful ex to destroy his career. Brett Kavanaugh is a Supreme Court justice, while Christine Blasey Ford gets death threats. In Depp v. Heard.
Really? Do we really need to bring up the Kavanaugh thing? That bitch couldn't remember anything of relevance. And everyone that was supposed to be there didn't have any fucking clue what she was talking about. But sure.
I got kind of lost on that last point.
Oh, it's fine. Brett Kavanaugh got to be a Supreme Court justice, but the person that had accused him of something with literally no fucking evidence at all got death threats.
Right.
I'm sure Brett didn't get death threats.
No.
Yeah.
Be Heard, Depp does the same, saying that Heard's false accusations left his reputation in tatters.
It was. He literally got fired and has not been able to find work since then. They replaced him in The Secrets of Dumbledore, which, I guess that really wasn't the worst. But yeah, it's just they're replacing him in the new Pirates of the Caribbean. They're having his daughter or something. They're going full Ocean's 8 in the new Pirates of the Caribbean thing because Ocean's 8 was so successful. Let's do it with another franchise. I guarantee you, y'all all forgot about Ocean's 8 until I just mentioned it, right?
I did.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Poor women. Poor pitiful women. Can't do nothing wrong. Society hates women. So sick of this. So sick of it, Josh.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of this fucking mindset. Just fuck you for your fucking bullshit. Your anti-male mindset. You're a misandrous piece of shit. I usually hold back when I'm doing these because I don't want to do, an ad hom. But that was misandrous as fuck.
Yeah.
You are a sexist, okay? And maybe you really do need to work out some of your issues with men. Because I think your abuser has left a really bad taste in your mouth. And as somebody who has also been abused by a man, I have to say, I understand that could have left a bad taste in your mouth, but you don't get to fucking hate all men because you got abused by one of them. Fuck you. You don't get that. You don't get to have that. I'm not going to let you have that. I can understand why you would do that, but I'm not going to let you have that as a defense. No. That's bullshit. One man abuses you and the entire fucking gender can go to hell. I'm sorry, I thought you were dating someone. Are you dating a man right now? Because I thought you were. Does he not hate women? How can the entire society hate women if you're with a man right now and he doesn't hate you? Please tell me that. Please describe to me how that's a fucking thing. Describe to me how you were able to become a successful lawyer to the point that you were able to buy this nice-ass house that you're in. That you had a 6-figure job. Tell me how you became a successful person. And somehow, society hates women. If society hates women, they wouldn't let them succeed, you dumb motherfucker. I don't have time for this kind of shit. This is absolute projection on your part. Go talk to your fucking therapist and work your shit out before you start painting an entire gender a horrible, evil entity. For the love of all things holy. Okay? Jesus fucking Christ. Ugh. Sorry.
Yeah. No, well said.
Ugh. God. Projecting ass bitch.
No, the public reaction to this case is clear evidence to the contrary, and he'd been doing the work of ruining his own career long before Heard wrote that op-ed. He was known for getting drunk on set, having a temper. He was accused of punching.
Yeah, so
Oh my goodness, temperamental actors?
Never. I've never fucking heard
No.
of a temperamental actor ever in my entire existence. They're not fucking drama queens. That's not where that fucking phrase comes from.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something.
Some of the best actors.
Sorry. I was like, if someone is slowly on a decline and they're fucking their own shit up, why write the op-ed? Why? Why would you write the op-ed? Because his career's already in a decline, right? He's already fucking himself over in the long game. It's because you don't have the patience to wait for that. All right? I do. I like the long game. The long game's really, really fun for me. Okay?
And Amber even admitted on the stand the reason she wrote the op-ed was to expose powerful men like Johnny Depp.
So powerful that the second that she came out with that op-ed, that everyone fucking distanced themselves from him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how powerful he was. A woman that is nowhere close to being a household name. I guess she is now. in the infamous sort of sense.
Yeah,
But-
before all of this, I had heard the name, but I could not have told you who I could not have picked her out in a lineup. Whereas
I only knew.
I absolutely could tell you who Johnny Depp was.
Yeah, everyone can. Oh, he's that chill dude that played fucking Jack Sparrow. Hell yeah, I love that guy.
I mean, and I'm so old. I remember Johnny Depp before Pirates of the Caribbean. Like I had known the name before then.
Nightmare on Elm Street. There you go.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Ed Wood, which is one of my personal favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was after.
Yeah. Johnny Depp gets turned into a blood smoothie.
Edward
Blood
Scissorhands.
There we go.
Edward Scissorhands, Sleepy Hollow.
Anything Tim Burton has done for the most part.
Seemingly, like everything in the last 15
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So. We're almost done.
Punching a crew member on set, plus he's been in a string of box office flops. Despite all this, the entire world is rallying around him in a way that truly defies.
Yeah, I really wasn't thinking about his box office.
I mean, I didn't give a shit about Mordecai.
What is Mordecai? Exactly. Is that the point?
Yeah. Like I remember when that was getting promoted, I'm like, so is Johnny just playing himself now?
For the most part,
because
he's reached Jeff Goldblum status.
Yeah, and I used to think that Johnny Depp was the most versatile actor that I have ever seen.
Yeah.
And then everything slowly just became offshoots of Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Like, I hated his Alice in Wonderland Mad Hatter. I hated those movies. I hated his character.
I think I liked it. I don't remember, though.
I hated Dark Shadows.
Oh, I like Dark Shadows. Not like it's like
the original show was better.
6. I'm gonna tell you this: it's like a 6, but I can watch it. So
the original show was much better. Yeah. It's still the whole premise is still kind of silly and ridiculous, but I
just
what just happened?
I had to sneeze. I didn't want y'all to screenshot it, so I turned my camera off.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I hated that.
My dad was a dentist. Nah. It's like, oh.
Plus, the fact that, especially when you're looking at, comparing it to the original, which is just, frankly, that's not fair.
Yeah, it's not even like fair fighting. Yeah.
I mean, just the whole opening sequence. If you remember the whole opening title sequence of both films, you had clearly CGI candies being made in the Johnny Depp one, whereas you showed footage from a real chocolate factory in the original, and it made you hungry. The intro to the first movie makes you like, oh man, I could go for some candy right now.
I'm so hungry, Josh. I'm so hungry. Want food.
So yeah, I mean, I get the argument that his career was on a downward slope, because I didn't consider some of his last few movies great either. I didn't even see Pirates 5.
Oh, I did. I've seen them all.
I saw all of them until then, and then when Pirates 5 came out, I'm like, I don't care anymore.
Barbossa has a daughter, and he dies.
Again.
There you go.
Barbossa died again? Okay.
Again. For real this time.
Wait, didn't he die in 4?
No. 4 was the Penelope Cruz one.
Right.
They thought he was dead, and then he popped up with like a fucking peg leg that has like rum in it. It's like, all right, sure.
Didn't he die at the end of that movie though?
No.
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 I only saw it once, which is why I didn't. Which is why I didn't go to see the other one.
The movie was good when Jack Sparrow was being Jack Sparrow, and when the movie was not Jack Sparrow being Jack Sparrow, it was bad. There you go. I saved you the last 2 pirate movies.
Yeah, I mean, I remember being bored to death with the priest and the mermaid. Like every time, like,
oh my god!
Remember Will Turner and Elizabeth? We're just gonna do a relationship like that again.
Except it makes literally no fucking sense.
No.
It's a priest and a mythological creature. What do you think is gonna happen?
Yeah,
I want to. You know what I believe?
It does not add up at all.
And that what I believe happened at the end of the movie when like she swam him under. I think she drowned him, and I've continued to believe that for fun. Because then if you rewatch the movie with that idea that that's what happened, it's actually more tolerable because he's just a dumbass.
I mean, they
falling for a siren.
I mean, they literally just like, hey, you like that movie with Daryl Hannah and Tom Hanks, right? What if we just put that love story into our Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
Yeah.
They literally took the plot of the love story from Splash and put it into Pirates of the Caribbean. Who cares?
Yeah.
Defies all logic.
God, I want ice cream, Mexican pizza, and fucking candy now. Jesus Christ, what have y'all done to me? I'm trying to eat healthy.
We have forgiveness for his transgressions in a way her
no, we're so close.
Is not. As though the fact that she also did things wrong in the relationship means she's lying about the things he did, or even worse, that she deserved what happened to her. It's victim blaming.
She deserved to be ridiculed.
But the evidence clearly it's not about that she is that people don't believe her because she's a woman. People don't believe her because the evidence clearly shows she's a liar.
Yes.
As a lawyer, you should understand what evidence means.
No.
Blaming at its finest. And those of us who have survived relationship abuse around the world are watching. We're watching the way the public is reacting, and we're taking note of what could happen to us, perhaps on a much smaller scale, if we come forward about being abused.
No. Negatory. I disagree.
Can I sue this woman for $10 million for the loss of brain cells?
My abuser that I had like years ago. Can I do that?
I mean,
there's no defamation that happened between us. By the way, the abuse is not why it's defamation. It's the op-ed was released. A public news site printed this op-ed. Mm-hmm. And as a direct result, he stopped getting roles and was blacklisted from Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
That is not the same as somebody being like, yo, police, I have been abused by this person. And the abuser being like, what? I did not. Defamation. That's not what would happen. That's not how defamation works.
Right. And
that doesn't even fall under defamation as the category.
Andrew, 46-2 brings up an excellent point. This only happened because Johnny spent millions getting his name back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, the 8 point whatever million that he received total is probably less than he spent on his lawyers.
Yeah.
But clearing his name the way it happened would be worth it.
Yeah.
I feel like that person from the early 2000s who posted that video being like, leave Britney alone. Leave Amber alone. This is nuanced. And we don't.
No.
I will fucking not. Fuck that bitch. Okay? For using her gender.
I don't want to.
Yeah. fuck Amber Turd for using her gender, which I share with her, as a defense. Fuck you. We don't want your ass. Bye. Go away. No one fucking wants you around anymore. She got what she deserved.
Yes, that's the thing. Because
she got what she deserved. She started a fucking fight, and you know what? Johnny ended it. Fuck off. I don't know. I'm not. No.
And producers of major motion pictures, they want things to go smoothly and then just send the movie out and get, the money back.
Yeah.
They do not want to cast Amber Heard anymore.
They don't want drama.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like she's even if they honestly believe that she was telling the truth in her testimony, even if they honestly believe that, they're not going to cast her because she's a liability on set. Because she started talking about how she needs to have special things around her because of her PTSD now, and she has all these obligations so that she doesn't get triggered, and she causes delays during filming now because of her PTSD and blah 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 blah. So you're admitting you are a liability now. What Hollywood producer wants a liability on their movie set? No one.
Also,
she will get small movie roles and independent films that she has to make herself, basically, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Her career as a budding major motion actress, starring role in Aquaman, is done. That's not happening anymore.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep, that too. Hello, we're dying. Don't mind us. Listen a bit.
We don't really know what happened. And even if she's in the wrong, we aren't morally superior people by then lobbing horrific insults and death threats at her.
No one deserves death threats. Okay.
No.
However, I will call her Amber Turd for the rest of her fucking existence.
Yes.
I even told my parents about that. I'd called my mom and I was talking to her, and we were talking about the trial, and I was like, have you heard about the nickname she got as Amber Turd? She was like, no, she wants to know more. So I told her about it. I'm spreading the good turd around, okay? Just like Amber did.
Yes.
In Johnny's bed.
Yes, the picture of the broken bed frame where this horrific attack happened, and it's like one little piece is broken off, and the clumps of hair that were ripped out of her skull and left bloody pillows. That's not worthy of a picture.
Yeah.
It's almost like she was making up the story after she took half-assed pictures.
Yeah. It's like filming a movie and then trying to come up with the plot. Like, well, that didn't work.
Yes.
Or taking sides with a man who has been found by a court of law to have been abusive.
Amber has been found by a court of law to be abusive.
Yeah.
So isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? So by your fucking logic, legally, Amber is an abuser. So you're supporting an abuser right now.
Plus,
you can tell me I'm supporting an abuser, but now I can say that to you too. So look, aren't we getting somewhere in this fucking conversation?
And she's constantly bringing up, the judgment from the UK trial, which again was not against Amber Heard at all.
No,
it was against the Sun. And the judge flat out ignored several pieces of evidence that didn't permit them because he simply didn't believe it at all.
I don't believe it. But, well, that's not your fucking opinion. You don't get to do that. So, anyway. It's not your job to believe it. That's the jury's.
I mean, I don't know how it works over in England, but
I'm just assuming they're doing it our way, which is the correct way. So, America. We're a month away from our birthday.
That's true.
And we all feel a little bit embarrassed and ashamed of the way we treated Britney Spears 15 years ago. And it's pretty horrific to look back on pop culture. And
15 years ago, I was 12. I don't know what you're talking about.
You mean when she had the meltdown?
I guess. I don't really remember anything about Britney Spears other than she was like a big deal when I was like a little kid. Because she was,
America.
America. Oh my god, that's the best Captain America. Captain America with a bear and a F-150 doors. So America. Most America thing ever in America. Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about. Twitter didn't exist. The courts in England are weird. No! No, don't be weird.
And like SNL skits during that time while she was having a
Not
very
SNL skits.
breakdown and experience.
Oh no! Parody? Satire? The word.
Not SNL sketches.
Yeah, that's the worst possible treatment you could have gotten.
Experiencing trauma we had no idea she was experiencing. What if instead of doing this to Amber and then 10 years from now realizing it was a pretty horrible way to treat another human?
Oh my god. She just
Amber Heard's
keeps
not
talking.
going to be remembered in the fucking... By the way, Amber Heard's not going to be remembered in
No.
like 10 years.
No.
So,
Like,
bold of you to assume.
When Amber Heard's name... Amber Heard is going to be Amber Heard is the Jussie Smollett of domestic abuse now.
Yeah. What a title.
Like, her name is now... It has become a verb. Like, oh, she's just Amber Hearding this.
Yeah.
I mean, she did that to herself because she's a liar.
She is a liar. She falsely accused somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. This is so bad. Gosh. What have I done to us?
Other human being. What if we just left her the fuck
Chris.
alone?
Oh, Chris. Oh.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Treating this extremely complex defamation trial like a fucking circus for our own entertainment. I've turned off the comments for this video because I'm not seeking feedback at this time, and
Because you're a coward!
Coward, you pussy! I'm gonna drop this.
Fucking coward with your idiotic take,
a...
you white thing. You fat
You're
white thing.
such a pussy. That is the weakest fucking thing. You turned off your comments and openly admitted. I thought it was funny that you just did it. I didn't know you actually addressed it. You dumbass.
Wow.
I'm not looking for feedback, clearly. Clearly, you're not looking for feedback. Oh, I don't want critique. I don't want a fucking discussion. I don't want anything. Why? You know fucking what the response was going to be to this. You dumb bitch. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
Of course you're not, lol. Yeah, of course you're not looking for feedback. I'm not looking for feedback. Yeah.
8 seconds.
And I know there are some of you who I didn't convince to not be horrible people, and I'm not.
Actually, I have never fucking. I don't know anything about you other than this video, and my fucking god, you were abused by someone and couldn't fucking find enough empathy in your soul to empathize with Johnny Depp just because he was a man. Because let's be honest, if it was a lesbian couple and the exact same fucking thing happened to Johnny that happened to Amber Heard's fucking wife, okay, and it was this exact same fucking thing, you would have sided with the female Johnny in this scenario. Let's be honest with ourselves, okay? Fuck off. Fuck off with your female superiority complex, alright? Fuck off. I will not allow this any further. Fuck off. Ugh.
No, because she flat out says she's not taking a side.
Even though she, like, several times has taken, and for the majority of this
know.
video, has taken, you can never convince me not to be home. Yes, Ram Bam! You stand strong. Yes, so stunning. Oh my god. Posted a video because it was a bad take. Yeah! What a fucking pussy. I'm gonna come out with a spicy take. And you can't comment on it. Well, I just did. For almost 4 hours. So. Yay. I did the YouTube equivalent of quote tweeting you and rambling on for several tweets. So you're welcome.
Yay.
4 seconds ago.
Not interested in hearing from you. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Wow.
What
I have never ever seen someone so dismissive of people watching their own content.
Wow. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
I'm
Holy
not
shit.
interested in hearing from your feedback. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm not interested in hearing what you had to say. Person who is outside of my echo chamber.
Just wow.
How much are you paying the man that you're with right now to stay with you? Is he a White Knight simp Reddit boy? Sitting hearing for you. Bye! Let me run away like the pussy I am. What a fuck. God.
Contrary opinions. I can't have that.
I was a lawyer somehow. I
Could
can't
you
hear contrary opinions.
Could you imagine having this person as your defense attorney?
Can you imagine having had her as your lawyer and then you see this video and you're like, holy shit, I paid this person money.
Ramp him.
Hell yeah. No, all the money in the world couldn't make me be with that woman.
Wow. Yep. So insufferable.
Oh my god. I have a lot of dark jokes that I'm not gonna say. But goddamn.
Wow.
Goddamn.
My brain is a little melted, not gonna lie.
My brain is very melted. I want lots of food. I don't know what I want anymore. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that ending. I skipped around a little bit and watched a little bit of it, but that ending was just... Damn. Well, Josh, I guess you don't need to say what you have coming up because you already did that.
Yeah, I already did my shilling.
You can do it again if you so desire.
Yeah, I kind of needed to take a little bit of a break. I've been super busy at work, and other things have popped up. But I am getting back into video production. So my next Star Trek video should be out sometime next week. Not sure when, but it will be.
Nice. I forgot.
Oh no.
About the thing I said I was gonna do. I was gonna show y'all.
Oh, I was hoping you would. I wanted to leave happy.
You ready?
No, but go ahead.
Hold on, there we go. So remember I told you to remember about that name?
Uh-huh.
Well, fun fact. That person actually is a tweet that I saw.
The same person who actively told Harvey Weinstein and producers how to cover up their abuse.
Yeah.
This is that lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah, this is that lawyer. That's why I started laughing when I heard her mention it. I was just like, damn.
Uh-huh. And that's exactly why Harvey Weinstein's trending on Twitter right now.
Uh-huh.
Because this is his former lawyer.
Uh-huh. I had to advise 2 women today that if they speak out about their sexual assaults, they can be sued. It's not how that works. You go to by the way, if you have been sexually assaulted, you go to the fucking police and the hospital.
Yes.
By the way, you don't fucking post it on Twitter. I don't know why you were fucking advising them anyway that they could post it on Twitter. No, you go and you fucking have the proper authorities deal with that shit.
Yeah.
Okay?
If you have gotten smacked around or sexually assaulted in some way, your first instinct should not be, I need to contact my lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if they don't name their abuser, which, by the way, that's a bit of a self-report, don't you think? If you don't name your abuser and if somebody comes forward and says you're defaming me,
yeah.
Well, sir, are you saying you abuse her then? Even if they don't identify him? Oh, I love that. Him. Let's ignore the fact that there's a lot of abuse in lesbian couples, but, that's fine. By job or relationship, one wept at being silenced. The fallout from Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. Oh, there's another one. Some of you said, this is 6 hours ago. So this was on the 3rd. This was about 24 hours ago. This is 6 hours ago. Some of you said they need not worry if they're telling the truth, if only. Defamation case equals years of anguish in pretrial proceedings. It was 2 to 5 years to get a trial and $500,000 to $1 million in attorney fees. Not to me. Few have the emotional strength or wealth to deal with that. I like that ratio. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed by the ratio of her main tweet. Like that should be more.
Yeah. Big sad moment. All right. Anyway, I just wanted to have
Yeah. So yeah, the lawyer that actively helped cover up sexual abuse victims, keeping them silenced, is now virtue signaling about the fallout from Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's trial.
Yeah, that's fine.
Get fucked.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, isn't it? In a really fucked up, dark way.
Can you say virtue signal?
Virtue signal, gee. Well, what do I have going up? Apparently on Tuesday, I have Stoof, or Anime Girls thing that I do with the Beta Menace ladies is on Tuesday at 4. We're reviewing Attack on Titan Season 1. Yay. And then, this next Saturday, we're celebrating 2 years! Even though technically 2 years is on Tuesday, I don't have time during the week to do another stream. So Tuesday we're doing Anime Girls, and Saturday we are doing our anniversary stream.
Yay!
La, 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 la. 2 years. What are we doing? I don't fucking know. It's a week from now. I don't know what's happening.
You people act like we plan.
Yeah, I didn't plan this shit out like an hour before I went live. Somehow made 4 hours of content over it. Yay. Da, 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 da. La, 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 la. Yay. So yes, 2-year anniversary party will happen this next Saturday. I don't know who all is going to be there. I don't know what we're going to do. We might just talk shit. we might watch something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. 2 years? It feels like you only just started. Well, I understand my sub count looks like that. That's fine. I had a little tiny channel, but that's okay because we have fun here. So, la 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 la.
Yep.
La,
I'm paid to have fun.
Yeah, he's paid. But as with everything, guys, when I get hungry, I go eat food, and that's how we end the stream. That is what we do here.
Stream until it's time to eat.
Yes. Yeah, I thought this is technically entirely technically. There's a vague plan.
I mean, it was for me. I didn't know what we were covering at all today.
Okay, Josh. Yeah, well, I didn't know what we were doing until after I got up this morning.
I'm paid in exposure, which is why my subs have been stagnant for like a while.
And I've lost subs, so it's really benefiting me.
Yay!
Yay! Oh shit! All right. Oh, y'all, thank y'all for suffering with us as per usual. I don't have a nice little outro like saying like Loki does. Another awkward 10-minute goodbye. I am hungry. I want food. Spike and Madness, you're being mean. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
I fucked up. That's the intro. No, this is the outro. Bye.
Great job.